Let's make things right, babe.
You're my day one day. Come on, baby. Yeah, let's work it out. Work it out. Let's make it right now, baby. You're my day one day. Work it out. Let's make it right now. Let's make it right now, baby. Life in life, sometimes it's misunderstood. Every day is not a chance to make things right. One thing I know is I want you in my life. Relationships not easy, but it's meant to be. Haters can't get in between. I know it's destiny for you for me. We're far from perfect, but what we got just that. Yes, give it one more chance, so you can get things out. Let's make it right now. Let's make it right now. Cause you matter. Let's work it. Let's make it right now. I'll do your day by day. I know some days be hard. We just gotta be alone. Yeah. Just take a little time and figure yourself, baby. Hold on and know there's a whole lot of love been waiting for you when you come home. Relationship's not easy, but it's not worth it. Cause you're my person, girl. I can't like any better. Even without you, my world. My selfish baby, I gotta have you for myself. We deserve one more chance just to work it out. Let's work it. Come on, yeah, let's make it right now, baby.
WJLD Fairfield, Birmingham. WIXI Jasper. A service of Richardson Broadcasting Corporation. The heartbeat of the city. The U 104.1. WJLD.
AP News, I'm Marcela Sanchez. President Trump will be heading to Turkey for the annual NATO summit this evening. Last year, he pushed NATO allies to spend more on defense. This year, his mission is to try to enforce those pledges. Trump also plans to meet with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky during the summit to talk about Kiev's war with Russia. Meanwhile, in Kiev, Russia has launched waves of missiles and drones targeting the capital. At least 11 people have been killed, with people believed to be trapped under the rubble. In Iran, mourners dressed in black have flooded into the capital for a procession as part of the funeral for the late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. An airstrike killed the 86-year-old cleric at the start of the war launched by the U.S. and Israel. In other news, AP correspondent Donna Wood reports on this week's scheduled court appearance for the man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk.
A 5-day preliminary hearing is scheduled to start Monday for Tyler Robinson, the 23-year-old man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk last September 10th, while Kirk was addressing a crowd of thousands at Utah Valley University. Kirk's widow and parents are expected to be in court in Utah, and the hearing will be live-streamed. The proceedings focus on whether there's enough evidence to try Robinson for aggravated murder and whether the death penalty is warranted, which the prosecution is requesting. They say DNA consistent with Robinson's was found on the trigger of the rifle used to kill Kirk, as well as the fired cartridge casing, 2 unfired cartridges, and a towel used to wrap the weapon. Robinson has not entered a plea. I'm Donna Wood.
The scorching East Coast heat wave is suspected of causing at least 19 deaths in New Jersey. The state health commissioner says many of the people were found in homes with no air conditioning. More stories at apnews.com. This is AP News.
Do you have...
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right! Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network.
Because shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Beijing has conducted a missile test, raising regional concerns. AP correspondent Charles de Ledesma has more.
China's Navy has test-launched a long-range ballistic missile from one of its nuclear-powered submarines in the South Pacific, in a rare move for strong protest and concerns from countries in the region. The missile carried a dummy warhead, according to the official Xinhua news agency. China last conducted a missile test in the Pacific 2 years ago, then firing an intercontinental ballistic missile, also with a dummy warhead. That previous launch in international waters was the first in decades since 1980. The 2024 launch had mirrored testing that the US does for its own ballistic missile fleet, and experts then viewed it as an assertion of China's growing superpower status. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
More on the story at apnews.com. I'm Marcela Sanchez, AP News.
This news segment is sponsored by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, bridging the gap between law enforcement and the community.
Good morning. Welcome once again to the longest running morning show in Alabama with 30 plus years and counting. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Find us on all your favorite platforms like the WJLD app, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Roku, and digital television. WMHT 9.1. It's 104.1 WJLD Birmingham and WIXI 103.3 Jasper, Walker County, WJLDradio.com. Let the excitement and information begin.
Hey, and it all starts right now. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Good morning to you and yours. And hey, thanks for being there. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Lots of stuff to talk about. We're ready, willing, and able to discuss them with you this morning. 205-942-8140. That's the number to dial if you'd like to join in on the conversation. 205-942-8140. Alrighty. On this Monday, the 6th day of July, 2026. Hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. Did you? It was hot out there, folks. It was hot this weekend. I'm telling you. And it's going to get hotter. This summer, dangerous heat continues across Alabama, with the heat index values exceeding 100 degrees in many areas. Forecasters say scattered afternoon thunderstorms could bring gusty winds and heavy rain while the heat persists. Wow, it ain't going away anytime soon. All right, 205-942-8140. Meanwhile, police investigate a fatal 4th of July shooting. Birmingham police are investigating a fatal shooting that occurred early Saturday in East Birmingham. It is the city's 25th homicide investigation of 2026. Authorities are asking anyone with information to contact investigators or Crime Stoppers. Yeah. Thunder on the mountains grew large holiday crowds. Birmingham annual fireworks show at the Vulcan Park and Museum featured about 2,500 fireworks as part of the nationwide America's 250 celebration, with organizers calling this the largest display ever. Yeah, I went over my friend's Bob's house on the south side and got a bird's eye view, like we do every 4th of July, bird's eye view of the fireworks. And we're sitting right up under Red Mountain on the south side and looked like the thunder is just raining down on us, man. What a great look. What a great location to watch the fireworks. And we watched it in the entirety over Bob's house last night. Saturday night. How you doing? 205-942-8140. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. You'll see where Trump got involved in the FIFA. His intervention caused the World Cup storm as FIFA clears the U.S. striker Logan to play against Belgium tonight. And that was a shock. He got red carded at the last game, got red carded, and Trump got involved. He did. And the United States will play Belgium tonight, and their number one player, the striker Belagan, face to face Belgium. Yep, he had been suspended, and the United States World Cup campaign took an extraordinary turn on Saturday when FIFA suspended striker Belagan, the red card ban, and cleared him to play after President Donald Trump personally urged FIFA president to review the case. The unprecedented move also thrust FIFA disciplinary process into a global spotlight and prompted an angry response from Belgium, who play U.S. tonight for a place in the quarterfinals. How about that? There have been some shockers in the quarterfinals too, folks. I mean, some teams that you never thought would lose win. Then there were some teams that gave some perennial powers a fit. Cape Verde, a small African nation, took him to the wire. It really did. Well, anyway, 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Got to keep an eye on this one. China military test. China conducted a long-range ballistic missile test in the Pacific, drawing concerns and protests from countries in the region over regional security. They test a long-range nuclear missile this weekend. Oh, my goodness. Well, a missile that is, if loaded with a nuclear warhead, could reach the United States. China has that. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. And Iran funeral ceremonies continue for Iran slain leader with large crowd reporting in Tehran. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show on this Monday. Hey, how you doing? Hey.
Good morning to all of you.
What's up, Jeremiah? What's up?
Oh, yeah, I got two quick things.
Sure.
I wasn't able to listen to you last week because I was in the hospital.
Oh, my goodness. You okay? Are you okay now?
Well, I'm okay. I'm too pretty to die. I'm too pretty to die. The girls are there. The hospital was full of them. I had women everywhere, man. That neither here nor there. I wasn't able to listen to you, but I saw the Supreme Court ruling. Did they slap the hell out of Down?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh, I know.
And now ICE is turning up the heat. ICE turning up the heat. Contradiction. But anyway, they're turning up the heat now. They've gotten more aggressive in their detainment efforts than ever. Now that they've been struck down.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Yeah.
You know what, I'm going to tell you this here. This is just between me and you. I don't let nobody else know this.
Okay.
I can never celebrate the 4th of July, nor the 250th anniversary of this country, based on how they came about getting this country. Reversing slavery and killing the natives of this country. Tried to befriend them. And they still haven't apologized. They apologized somewhat about slavery. That was meaningless to me. It didn't come with any reparation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But until they can honestly reconcile with themselves what they've done, this nation is not a damn great nation to me. Even though I've been fortunate to have some success in this life, I'd rather not have had this success for you to tell the damn truth about who you are and what you are and ask forgiveness. No, I'm not celebrating no 4th of July. I ain't got no 4th of July clothes. I ain't got no 4th of July shoes.
Yeah.
I ain't got none of that. I ain't eat no damn barbecue. Better not ask me about no damn barbecue.
Hey, bye, Jeremiah. See you, bro. 205-942-8140. But I know you have special memories of 4th of July by being a kid, right? Yeah, earliest memories of 4th of July. I do. barbecuing. Absolutely. The ribs. Oh, speaking of ribs, Daryl, I tried your fried rib recipe. I won't do it again. They tasted like pork chops, man. You know, I don't want a pork chop. I just get me a pork chop. But that's what they taste like, pork chop. That's what it tastes like. The texture, taste, everything on those fried ribs. And I didn't waste it. I didn't. I used about a half a slab just to experiment with their recipe. And they came out good. They came out good and taste just like pork chop. All right, 205-942-8140. In the meantime, in between time, had a great meal, and I want to thank Brother Jimmy Coleman for providing the ribs. Oh man, I'm telling you, I saved that day. Jimmy Coleman and his ribs. 205-942-8140. Ruby said I was expressing the past memories of 4th of July. Yep, I remember my granddaddy used to make homemade ice cream. Used to love it, man, and we couldn't wait to up. And we didn't have the electric motor on the ice cream maker. We had to churn it with that handle. And everybody would take turns churning it, right? And it came out sort of thicken up, and it's ready then. You put that cold ice in that thing, man, with that the salt on it, and it keeps it going. All right, anyway, 205, that's one of my favorite memories of 4th of July. Yeah, and besides wearing the sandals and the short pants, the short shirts, oh yeah, the 4th of July outfit. Folks used to buy you 205-942-8140. Yeah, it's amazing how folks used to buy us clothes for certain holidays. Easter, oh, you have to get your Easter suit or your Easter clothes, right? Certain clothes you wore for, man, not Thanksgiving, but 4th of July. Yeah, we always got some shorts or something, all right? Looking all neat and everything, and got your stuff on and dripping ice cream on down your front shirt. Anyway, 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let me up, so now that was the best ice cream. The one that was made by homemade. Yeah. Well, I went on the 4th of July all year round. Ruby said they made ice cream, Mama only made it on the 4th of July. I know. That's the only time my folks used to make it. What's the 4th of July? Made your own homemade ice cream. Anyway, that's a 4th of July tradition. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. QTS confirms plan for a large data center campus in Bessemer. The proposed project remain under review, has generated significant public interest because of its potential economic impact and local concerns. They bought the project for $425 million. They're going to spend like $14.5 billion to complete it. All right, okay. 205-942-8140. Law enforcement continued public safety efforts following Operation Safe Summer, which resulted in dozens of arrests and citations around Jefferson County. All right, here we go, the Gary Richardson Morning Show on this Monday. Hey, you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, man. How you doing?
Hey, Daryl, pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So you tried to have a rib, I did too.
Yep.
It tastes like pork chop.
Tastes like pork chop. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, my well cooked pork chop.
Yeah, and my well cooked pork chop. Yeah, I like my ribs to be my ribs, my pork chop to be my pork chop. Yeah,
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So you like pork chop. You're right.
Uh-huh.
So I won't do that again either.
You know, I tried anything once cooking. I tried once, and I said, nah, that ain't my cup of tea. Nope.
Yeah, that's mine. I'm not
I did it what the secretary told me to try. But I won't try that one again. No more.
All right. So I blame it on you, and you blame it on somebody else.
Well, right. I'm blaming on all your metal. She told me to do it.
Yeah.
I was the only one eating. I eat them by myself too. But then nobody else eat. They want the other ribs that come off the grill. But it's fine. I must have stayed at home and watch TV, man. But I got an ice cream machine. I started to make some. I may do something for Labor Day if it's over. But I ain't got the third kind. I got one, the electric kind with the pin. I make a pretty mean vanilla and chocolate ice cream.
What? Okay.
I may do some. I may do something for Labor Day.
Yeah.
Come back here. And my dog running the cat down the street.
Got it honest from his owner. The dog running behind the cat.
You're right, bro. I definitely run behind the cat.
Not down 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show on this Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. It goes without saying, anytime you have family and friends over on the holiday, something usually bad happens, and something bad happened over in East Birmingham. A murder happened. Yeah, a murder happened over in East Birmingham. A fatal shooting. Birmingham police are investigating a fatal shooting that occurred Saturday in East Birmingham. It's the city's 25th homicide investigation of 2026. Authorities are asking anyone with any information to contact police investigators or Crime Stoppers. Hey, good morning, 205-942-8140. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show.
The views and opinions expressed on the Gary Richardson Morning Show are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the Richardson Broadcasting Corporation or its affiliates. This program may be recorded, streamed, or distributed as a podcast. Any use, reproduction, or redistribution of this content without express permission is strictly prohibited.
The Gary Richardson Morning Show, the morning news magazine.
Success starts in Birmingham City Schools. Teachers, preachers, professors, college presidents, CEOs, chefs, and welders, business owners too. They all get their start in Birmingham City Schools. BCS offers an engaging curriculum in all grades. Pre-kindergarten to prepare our children for the future. Award-winning academies and career technical programs. Middle schools focused on career paths, and early college for scholars who want to get ahead. Go to bmcityschools.org. Begin your road to success in BCS today.
Nobody knows everything, but here's what we do know. You've invested in your business. Now it's time to invest in getting noticed. Thousands of listeners tune into 104.1 FM WJLD every week, and your business could be the next thing they hear. Restaurants, retail stores, churches, professional services, community events. If you have something to sell, promote, or celebrate, we have an audience waiting to hear about it. Call 205-942-1776 or email us at sales@wjldradio.com today and ask about advertising opportunities. It's 104.1 FM WJLD, connecting Birmingham businesses with Birmingham listeners.
Looking to move a more organic and healthy lifestyle? Look no further than Mama Africa Naturals. Our store specializes in providing natural and organic products for your beauty, body, and spirit. Say goodbye to harsh chemicals and hello to our 100% organic soaps, natural toothpaste, face creams, pain creams, shea and body oils, and more. We also offer a wide range of raw herbs, herbal remedies, and natural vitamin supplements to help you prioritize your health. And don't forget to bless your home and body with natural scents. Come in and smell our selection of natural oils, fragrance bowls, and diffusers. At Mama Africa Naturals, we prioritize wellness and environmental consciousness every day. Our products are all carefully chosen. Mama Africa Naturals is here to help inspire and support you on your journey to a healthier and happier you. Located in downtown Birmingham at 703 3rd Avenue North. Call us at 205-249-8637.
Gary Richardson Morning Show. Nobody talks like
nobody.
205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Hi there. You are on the air. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. A very somber weekend this weekend. James Weldon Johnson was mentioned. We'll keep marching on at the First Lady's funeral, Gary. It was something with a star-studded event. You know, Stevie Wonder, I have to give him credit for always showing up. Always.
Okay. Wow.
Stephanie Mills, and Janet Jackson, to just name a few. But Gary...
You're talking about celebrities who showed up at Khadija's Farrakhan funeral?
The First Lady.
First Lady of the Nation of Islam. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. Gary, I was in the barbershop, and we were talking about 400 years of slavery. And one person mentioned, don't forget, 100+ years of Jim Crow laws. And one of the fellows asked, and all we have to show for that is barbecue spare ribs? And I said, no. The victory is not won. But James Weldon Johnson says, if we can just hold on, if we just don't give up, if we can hold out, if we can keep the faith, we can march till victory is won. That was very, 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 very strong message.
So what does victory look like, Las Vegas? Once we win it, we recognize what it is. What does it look like?
First of all, it looks like reparations. Repair the damage. And then we can start anew. A new farmland, Gary. Do you know what that was? New financial institutions. New hospitals. New development.
Right.
That's the victory, Gary. Equity. Yeah. That's the victory. Let's not forget, Gary. Marriage between a husband and a wife.
Okay.
A family. An education. Is substantial. All of these things are part of the victory that I described and James Weldon described.
Okay.
Yeah, it's such a real vision. And you know, Gary, I've heard the people say we perish for a lack of vision. Have you heard that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's scripture.
That's scripture. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How was the bouquets? Anybody?
I didn't go. You know what? I went outside. I just thought it was just too doggone hot. I said, man, I'm not going to go out in that heat. I did, man. I was outside for a few moments. My wife said, what you going to do? I said, I'm staying at home. Plus, my back was sort of hurting me a little bit. And I said, I ain't going nowhere. So that was it. But understand, they had a large crowd. I did speak with Commissioner Tyson, who was running late after doing some things with her grandchildren. And she said, man, there's just so many folks out here. And she told me, you have to come down the street on 17th Street and double park. That's the only way you'll get a parking. You got to double park. I'm going like, I don't think I'll be bothered. Anyway, so, yeah.
Commissioner Tyson have hot dogs and hamburgers?
I guess. Why? Why are you asking about her meal?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, look, when you think of Independence Day, that's what you think about.
Not really. But, some people do the hot dogs and the hamburgers and all that. But I see you're a little facetious when it comes to the July 4th celebration. Right.
Oh, yeah.
What is July 4th to a slave? Right. From Frederick Douglass. At the time he wrote that, slavery was still in fully enforced when Frederick Douglass wrote those words. Hey, thank you, sir. I appreciate the call. 205. The 4th of July thing, we talked about that before. Should you celebrate or not celebrate? It's a personal decision if you are a Black American. Okay? And we realize the different hypocrisy that exists. The notion that slaves people were still enslaved when the Declaration of Independence was signed. And they have to think, man, you mean they just got their freedom from this country and we can't get freedom from them? I mean, what hypocrisy. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Oh, my God. I got to mention this. A former colleague and a good friend, Mr. W.J. May, who is a long-time retired educator and former school board member, worked in the Birmingham City School System, worked in the Bessemer City School System. Yep, W.J. May. No nonsense type guy. All right. Yep. You'll be missed. So you absolutely will be missed, and your contribution to the field of education is well noted and well documented. W.J. May. And certainly, as we get the funeral arrangement for the late, great W.J. May, we'll pass it on. Okay? All right. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Hi there. You are on the air. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Rhodes. Again, have you heard anything, I think you said last week that something would people know more about the situation with the Miss Blanchard?
Yeah, it's this coming Thursday at the Judicial Inquiry Commission in Montgomery on this coming Thursday.
Okay.
In Montgomery, right.
I think it's something you should watch, you know.
Yeah. I think my wife is going to go down. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah,
I think, looking at that lady, I remember when they had the funeral for, what his name? I think he was there.
Right.
You was at the funeral over in Weasley.
Right.
Anyway, for what's the kind of reason, now when the funeral was kind of like it was a thing for him because I think he was in a wheelchair right before that.
And was someone in a wheelchair?
You were on the show. He was aiming for August Gone.
You're talking about Hezekiah Jackson. Yes.
Yeah. But then again, I saw the photo, and there's something about her, Gary, she don't look like the type that you kick her and she just roll over. That's what I like about her. That's what I like about anybody. Any black person, you know what I mean? And she the type you just don't boop and think you just don't, walk away. As we was talking about the 4th of July, it goes back to W. Du Bois. He talks about the double consciousness of black people. But I also I think about the black soldier. We see the contradictions of the black soldier being in America's wars, but at the same time he comes back to a country that don't recognize him. Their loyalty to him is questioned, and that's my problem with David and a lot of us. There's no question about our loyalty to this country. You should be asking who else loyal to this country after us. And that's my problem actually with more about them too. But I like to say this, Gary. I hope I call them Miss Laurel, Lady Laurel, Olivia, and the reparation queen. We were born into a situation that all depends on one's consciousness. We talk about slavery, and I'm glad someone just mentioned Jim Crow. Slavery, Jim Crow, we're suffering from the residuals of slavery and Jim Crow today. But see, what no one talks about, and that's why I say we were born into a situation. Maybe you don't know what you're born into. As I speak, and we don't have time to go into detail, some of us are so conscious we know that our civil rights and human rights are being violated at this second that I'm speaking. But don't enough of our people recognize it. They don't even recognize it. But I need them to it's being violated right now and today as I speak. We could talk about Jim Crow, and we can talk about slavery. And we can talk about the residuals of it and reparations. but we don't have the consciousness to know. It's being violated to this day.
All right.
Now, this is saying that, and that goes into the phenomenon. And I'm going to hang up. I'd like to ask you to comment on this.
Sure.
And even the Kyle will comment on this phenomenon of democratic socialism that is sweeping the country and is seen to be identified with young Democrats.
Yeah.
And you all call it the left. You see, Gary, and then I told you, Gary, this man, you said, well, you will go. This aggression. And everybody try to go to middle road.
Right.
And that's why they chose Ms. Harris. That's why they chose Ms. Biden. But we ain't going away, Gary.
All right.
We're not going away.
Mayfield, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And Linda, did he get enough time to talk this morning? I'm just wondering, were you satisfied with that, Linda? 2059. He'll never give Smithfield a chance, Gary. All right. 205942. Brian King said we're just talking and not ready for life-threatening sacrifice. All right. 205-9553 here on the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Curtis Tumpkin, the second set of mirrors, Smithfield in those 8-day-old collard greens. 8-day-old collard greens. Thank you. 205-942. Hey, look, my heart is smiling. Okay. Good morning. 205-942-8140. Oh, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, man. How you doing?
I'm great, thanks. What's up, Mario?
Yeah, you gave him plenty of time to talk.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, but, I want to chime in something.
Sure.
I noticed something over this past weekend. I don't know if anybody else has been noticing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically tied to inflation.
Okay.
Ever since Donald Trump's executive order about the penny phase out, I paid attention to it more this year.
Mm-hmm.
We have an inflationary increase, but I've noticed a trend that I just really picked up on. Have you noticed that merchants have started trying to go ahead and phase out your change, where they're not charging down what they're going up in pricing to accommodate for the lack of a penny?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You noticed that?
Yep.
Yeah. It's kind of like picking your pocket legally.
Mm-hmm. So, it is. It really is. And you go to the restaurant and they say, hey, we can't make change, so okay, we're gonna round it up. I'm gonna like round it up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like you can't make change.
Yeah.
Just because you decommission the penny as far as production, it's not like all the pennies.
It is not in circulation. Right. Right. They're just using us an opportunity to make more money.
More money, right.
Every penny counts. Yes.
Yeah. And it's still legal tender.
Yep.
It's still legal tender.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just kind of did a little thing this weekend. I had bought some stuff, not in relation to the holiday, just general things I needed anyway.
Yeah.
And the more I did it, the more I looked at it, I'm like, okay, this went rounding up, that went rounding up. I had to stop a large merchant, literally, because they tried to short change me. And I looked in the cash drawer and they had the pennies in there, and they didn't give it to me. I'm like, you're not going to give me the pennies? And the lady said, you want them? I'm like,
yes, Anthony Hopkins said the restaurants have 3 prices now: cash, charge, and penny roundup.
But here's the thing, and this is the funny thing about the credit card. How does that equate to you not giving me the exact amount and you rounding up?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a choice of either rounding down or rounding up. And I always go rounding up. This is another part of how this administration has failed.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally, especially with a card charge, you have no excuse to not give me the exact amount I'm supposed to be charged. None. Not one. But you're rounding up so you can legally steal from Americans and charge them more at the benefit of increasing your own bottom line with no contribution to the consumer or charity. None whatsoever. You just decide to enrich yourself. So I wanted to bring that ahead. I'm just like, has anybody else noticed that trend where they're going up the nickel? So you're gonna start seeing people that you may have something that costs $3.6, now it's gonna cost you $5. It costs you $6, it costs you $10. They're not gonna go back. It's gonna go up. So I wanted to go ahead and bring that topic in there. What's next? Because there's no way, like I said before, when I started doing tests and tests cause pricing to rise, you don't never see something that costs you $12 once you start adding a price increase, go back down to $7 what it used to cost, because people get used to paying the $12, although the cost now can go back down to what it originally cost the manufacturer or ship. You never see that. You get people accustomed to paying one thing, and they get stuck in their mind, this is what it's going to be, and nobody ever fights it. So I wanted to go ahead and bring that out, and I just wanted to see if anybody else had a part of this conversation about this, on how this is affecting everybody's bottom line, because it is.
All right. Hey, thanks, Mario. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Saw something interesting on TV this weekend in parts of Nigeria, especially among the Yoruba people. Twins are traditionally viewed as especially significant or blessed. So the Yoruba have one of the world's highest rates of twin birth and rich cultural tradition celebrating twins. Now, it is very popularly believed that you don't break up the spirit bond between twins. Right? And so the guy gets to marry both sisters. Yeah, he gets to marry both twin sisters in the same ceremony, because they said there's a special bond and a spirituality that exists between twins. So, yeah, he got blessed, or I don't know what it is, not blessed, or whatever it is. Yeah, if he got good, he got double good. If he got bad, he got double bad. Just depends on how you're going to look at it. All right, 205-942-8140. I'm saying, look at this brother. Got two beautiful women. Yeah, they're identical twins, and he was allowed to marry both of them. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson. Brian King said one day all of us going to call in and talk like Smithfield for our entertainment. Okay? 205-942-8140. Let's go, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hey, you on the air. How you doing?
Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Olivia. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I am doing great. Hope everybody had a good time over the week.
Yeah.
I just want to give my condolences about the Willie James Mays family.
Yeah.
On the passing of him. And I mean, he has some love. Some people really love him.
Yeah.
I mean, I just said condolences to him. Yeah. I tell you, these folks were shooting up firecrackers, fireworks, and guns.
And guns.
But I said, man, why we can't sit down and not shoot guns on 4th of July? I mean, you know the gun. And the difference from the gun, and they was out there shooting guns. I said, after now, it doesn't make sense. The children, I mean, with a lot of children across the street, they were just shooting up those fireworks, having a good time, just grinning and laughing. All of a sudden, you hear somebody somewhere else down the street on the other side shooting guns. I said, that's ignorant. Why can we not do that? We to be ashamed. Let the children have fun. And people say, well, 4th of July, black folks was, raised their children to celebrate years ago, because they didn't know no different. So a lot of their children got to be adults, and they continue on with the tradition that they were taught. So I said, whatever they want to do with their life, they do. I mean, if they want to celebrate, fine. If they don't, but that's where a lot of us brought up. So you have to understand, a lot of people got their own traditions going on. So they have family news and all. So I'm glad everybody else opened and had a good time. I'm sorry about the people that lost their lives over the weekend. Gun violence too.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Hey, thanks, Olivia. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Hi there, you on the air. Good morning.
All righty. Good morning to everyone.
Oh, Bobby. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you did enjoy your fourth, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we did too. We did the traditional. That's all. I just smoking some doggone meat.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you said Nigeria got this law where you can have both children?
Well, you know, it's not all the countries. You got so many different diverse groups in that country, you know, as well as languages. But among these people, Yoruba people, yeah, absolutely. They're allowed to marry both. The guy married both twin sisters.
Yeah, but you made that quote, though. You know, I thought, wait a minute. There are people who have triplets.
Yeah.
So, if two ain't enough, you got three. But,
you know, when people say that, you know, in Africa, wait a minute, you can't say that. They're like, 67 countries on the continent. And then each country has different dialects, and each country has different traditions within that country. I mean, over 100 different languages spoken in Nigeria alone. Hundreds, and literally hundreds. Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, everybody don't have twins. Some people have triplets. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So anyway, I watching that game in Mexico. Did they win?
Mexico lost.
Yeah.
And it was. And Mexico is a premier soccer country. Yeah, they know soccer.
Yeah, they were kicking butts, man. And then look up, they just started me behind 2-0.
England defeated Mexico 3-2. Yeah, it was an entertaining round of 16 match. Now advanced to face Norway. Well, and Norway shocks Brazil. Brazil is another perennial power in soccer. Right? Brazil, known for its soccer. Norway eliminated Brazil 2-1 in the Brazil World Cup campaign and setting up a quarterfinal against England. That's going to be interesting. Yeah,
I know that. Did you see I shooting that car up? And somewhere, I think it was Pennsylvania. I'm down where it was. They shot up a car. They showed it. Mexican guy, you trying to get away.
Really?
But he got away. They shot his car up, but he still got away. They looking for him on the road.
And Trump got this black player back on the USA team. Florian Balaguer, he was red carded, and Trump was saying about it, and FIFA reinstated him for tonight's game.
I heard that. Yeah. How come Donald Trump got so much pool?
Yeah. He sure did. Yeah. And the world is angry at that one. They're mad at that one. Yeah.
Oh, they are? Okay, they ain't saluting them. Okay. Okay, then I'll let the film get our listening. All right.
All right. Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate the call. Thank you. The quarterfinals so far, France versus Morocco. Morocco won. The North African nation, Morocco. Norway versus England. And of course, the two quarterfinal spots will be decided after today's matches between Portugal versus Spain and United States versus Belgium. 205-942-8140. You know, it's interesting. I look for black faces in those places, on those teams. And you look at those teams, you know which country had slaves, right? Or which country allows for certain immigration efforts, right? 205, man, you look at countries where there was no involvement in the slave trade and there was no black players of people of color on their team. Croatia is one of them. Anyway, just make an observation. I know you do the same thing. 205-942. And we're just examining how diverse our presence is over the world. The diaspora, the dispersion and distribution and of black slaves around the world. How they got there, when they got there, how long they been there. All right, I'm curious about stuff like that. Are you? 205-942-8140. Hang on, we'll be right back.
The Gary Richardson Morning Show, the morning news magazine.
Yeah, all right.
It's Miller Time. Miller Time Production presents the annual celebration of the Miller Singers, July 12th at the Midfield Recreation Center, 410 Grant Street in Midfield. Doors open at 2 p.m. Service starts at 4 p.m. with featured guests Big Kurt Thomas and the Holy Wonders, the Johnson Brothers, the Falcon City Spiritual Heirs, Pastor Alfonso D. Brown, Evidence, the Echo Heirs, Minister Vicky Davis and the Anointed Angels, and Pastor DeMario Brown and Connected. Advance tickets $25. At the door, $30. Children ages 6 to 12, $12. The annual celebration of the Miller Singers, July 12th at the Midfield Recreation Center, 410 Grant Street in Midfield. Doors open at 2 p.m. For more information and ticket info, contact Annette at 205-600-0915 or Val at 205-260-1266.
Hallelujah, good time, baby.
Hello, I'm Brian Studdard, and after more than 30 years in the floral business, I've started a new chapter and stepped out to start my own shop, Studdard Floral Designs. For me, flowers have always been more than just arrangements. They're stories told through color, texture, and emotion. Whether it's a wedding, a corporate event, or a celebration of life, I take pride in creating designs that bring your vision to life beautifully. At Studdard Floral Designs, we offer everything from elegant bouquets and custom installations to full subscriptions and thoughtful gift baskets, all crafted with care and attention to detail. As an added bonus, mention that you heard this ad on WJLD and you'll receive a 10% discount off your first purchase. You'll find us at Watermark Mall, 4500 Katie's Way, Suite 645, Bessemer, Alabama, 35022, or online at StuddardFloralDesigns.com. You can also give us a call at 205-436-2277. I'm proud to share my passion and experience with our community because at Studdard Floral Designs, there's elegance in every bloom.
Yeah. All right. Good morning.
Come to Midfield Meats, where we offer nothing but the best for our customers. As a locally owned full-service butcher, we take pride in delivering top-notch customer service and are excited to serve you. Discover our meat bundles. Our products include chicken, sausage, beef, pork, seafood, fresh meat, fish, and the famous Pick 5, where you can feed 4 to 5 people for under $25. Mix or match meats, vegetables, appetizers, breakfast items, and breads to satisfy your family needs. Plan a whole day of meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We gladly accept EBT and all credit cards. Visit us at 1433 Woodward Road in Midfield. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 205-407-4222 and like us on Facebook. Midfield Meats, your one-stop shop.
Yeah, all right.
Don't forget to pick up this week's edition of the Birmingham Times or online at www.birminghamtimes.com.
Hey, I'm headed to Top That Grill. I heard about the rib subs and rib tip special starting at $8.99. Can you top that?
I can top that. How about the whiting fish, wings, fries, or okra, and drink for $9.99? Can you top that?
Oh, I can top that. How about the all-new 10-piece Caribbean jerk wings for $8.99? Can you top that?
Man, I can top that. Have you heard about their 2 small famous chef salads for $20? Can you top that?
I sure can. What about the 2 barbecue pork sandwiches with crispy french fries and a drink for just $9.99? Nobody can top that.
It's Top That Grill, located at 1371 Bessemer Road, Birmingham. To place a call-in order, dial 205-923-2422. That's 205-923-2422.
Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. And there's something special for the weekend early bird. Saturdays and Sundays between 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. receive $2 off our famous Top That Grill steam table.
It's Top That Grill. Ah, that taste.
Stop what you're doing and listen up. If you need appliances without the high price, head over to M&M Appliances Investment today. We've got scratch and dent used and professionally reconditioned washers, dryers, refrigerators, and stoves that work great and save you big money. Why pay retail when you can get quality appliances for a fraction of the price? Need a repair? M&M Appliances also offers service costs estimated at just $85. You heard right, estimated at just $85. And here's the deal. You don't want to miss propane gas grills for only $3 $300, but they're going fast, and once they're gone, they're gone. Come see us today at 429 19th Street North in Bessemer, Alabama, and grab these deals before someone else does. M&M Appliances, big savings, great appliances, and deals that won't last. Oh, and don't forget to call us at 205-434-4007.
Gary Richardson Morning Show. Nobody talks like this.
Yeah. All right. Good morning, 205-942. We certainly want to extend our condolences to the W.J. May family, a former educator in the Birmingham and Bessemer City school system. Mr. May passed away. And, of course, a former member of the Birmingham School Board. You'll be missed, and your contribution to education is well documented. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Either you on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Gary.
Hey, good morning, Matt. Yes.
Good morning, out in America. Let me get started. Over Las Vegas, I guess he's going to have one show out there in Vegas. He can call and complain about all the gays and the terribleness going on out there. He got cook on burning.
Yeah.
And let me move on to Smithfield. Bless his heart. I know somebody must pee in his Cheerios or coffee every good morning because he just wakes up mad every day. I got one more to move to.
Okay.
Mr. Mario. He can't complain about our state losing $44 billion to insurance. But he's going to complain about a few pennies. Come on, man. How petty can you be? How's that? Y'all people be happy today. God, they woke up alive because somebody didn't.
Wow. Wait a minute. Matt said something prophetic right in the end. Wow, thank you. Thank God that we're alive. Because the alternative, depending on how you look at it, not that great. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. One of the most unusual aviation stories from the 4th of July weekend involved a commercial airliner that appears to have been struck by a firework while landing. The incident involved a Delta Airline Airbus A319 operating Flight 1076 out of Hartford-Jackson Atlanta International Airport to the Chicago Midway International Airport. According to Air Traffic Control recording, the crew reported, we just had a firework hit our plane. Definitely felt like a big bang. The aircraft was about 200 to 250 feet above the ground, and on the final approach when the crew believed a mortar-style fireworks either struck or exploded immediately beneath the plane. Air traffic controllers had already been warning arriving aircraft that fireworks were being launched near the airport approach path. See, that shouldn't happen. All right. I was noticing last night thunder on the mountain, and I noticed there were planes in the sky behind the towers over there. And I'm saying, wait a minute, should they be going that route with all these fireworks? What happens if fireworks should hit the plane? I'm sitting there thinking about this. What happened? Maybe you had a leak or some fuel or gas fuel or something, and the spark hit it, boom. Anyway, my mind was pondering last night. Saturday night. 205-942-8140. But that was weird. Fortunately, the aircraft landed safely. None of the 52 passengers and crews were injured. A post-inspection found no structural damage, although the FAA is investigating exactly what happened. Well, it's extremely rare for an airliner to be hit by fireworks. Fireworks launched near airport paths are considered a serious hazard. It is. Even if a firework doesn't penetrate the aircraft, it can distract pilots during a critical phase of the flight, as landing, get you on the ground, and damage paint, sensors, or wind screens, or even worse case scenario affecting engine or flight control. So that's not a smart thing to be shooting off fireworks near an airport. All right, good morning, 205-942-8140. Hi there, you are on the air. Hi there.
Hello, First Black Man Trump. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, BMT. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing well, sir. I pray the Richardson family had a great, wonderful.
I did. My daughter came home and her husband came with her, and we ate and enjoyed it. Good family.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sir, I want to give Bobby kudos for his call, sir. And I have to say that was the best call Bobby has made of the year, sir. Bobby mentioned that President Trump called FIFA, which stands for faking injuries for attention. Yes, sir.
I like that. But you notice that they get hurt a lot playing soccer.
Yes,
and I have a buddy of mine say, man, they're faking it. Most of them faking it.
Yes, sir. Soccer in America is not that popular. But sir, Bobby mentioned this, sir. Bobby mentioned that President Trump called that FIFA commissioner and got that black African-American player reinstated.
Right.
Sir, President Trump continues to demonstrate over and over again he's for African-American men. Just like he stated on stage, I love black men. Now, sir, some people in the community is going to call you up, sir, and say, I am cooning. The same women that are going to call up and say I'm cooning are the same women that would say a two-parent home is cooning. Love you, sir.
All right, thank you. I love black men with money. That's a continuation of this conversation. I love black men with money. You know, Trump is contemplating on pardoning P. Diddy, right? He's looking at that right now, pardoning P. Diddy. I guess the price must be coming. They must be meeting the minds, because it's been widely rumored that Trump sells these pardons, and the going rate is between $2 and $3 million each. Seriously, Trump knows how to make money, and he made lots of it while he's in office, to the tune of $2 billion last year alone. Trump, 205-942-8140. This is WJLD, Fairfield, Birmingham, WIXI Jasper, on the service of the Richardson Broadcasting Corporation. We got news coming up next. Good morning.
AP News, I'm Marcela Sanchez. A key hearing kicks off today in Charlie Kirk's murder case in Utah, where prosecutors are hoping to convince a judge they have enough evidence to try the man accused of killing him and seek the death penalty. The 5-day preliminary hearing will be the first time that Kirk's parents and widow, Erica Kirk, will be in the courtroom with defendant Tyler Robinson. European soccer body UEFA is criticizing FIFA after its decision to let U.S. forward Folarin Balogun play at the World Cup against Belgium today, despite a red card in his previous game. The penalty was lifted after President Trump asked FIFA's president to have it reviewed. Turkey's capital is preparing to welcome world leaders, including President Trump, for the NATO summit. The AP's Rita Ann Garcia has more.
Nearby, protesters gathered, waving banners and chanting, "Get out of our country." But inside the summit, a different power struggle is at play. Since Mark Rutte took over as NATO Secretary General nearly 2 years ago, he has spent much of his time trying to keep the U.S. committed to the world's biggest military alliance. Rutte has used outright flattery to dissuade President Trump from acting on threats to abandon NATO. Trump has long accused NATO allies for spending too little on defense. They have taken substantial steps to address those concerns, only to face fresh criticism after declining to join the war against Iran. This year's summit is being hosted by Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. His close relationship with Trump may help keep the American president at the table, but it's unlikely to mend the rifts. I'm Rita Ann Garcia.
Trump today will get to ring the opening bells for the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ from the Oval Office, a symbolic act that reflects how he's increasingly tied his presidency to the stock market. This is AP News.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new?
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right! Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
AP correspondent Donna Wood reports on the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce wedding.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were married Friday night at Madison Square Garden. That's confirmed by Swift's publicist. Actor Adam Sandler was the officiant and Stevie Nicks performed. The witnesses, a crowd packed with sports and entertainment celebrities. Among those seen arriving for the wedding, actors Hugh Grant and Ethan Hawke. Cooper Kupp of the Seattle Seahawks and sportscaster Joe Buck. There were no bridesmaids or groomsmen. Swift's younger brother Austin was her man of honor. Kelce's older brother and podcast co-host Jason was his best man. The bride and groom were Christian Dior, and the shoes Christian Louboutin. Once the couple was married, a just married marquee displayed outside the arena. I'm Donna Wooder.
And I'm Marcela Sanchez, AP News.
Yeah, thanks about did anybody watch the wedding? Travis Kelce and what's the name of that woman? Anyway, 205-942-8140. They did a lot of talking about it. I tell you, they finally got hitched up. All right. Yeah, I hope the marriage long lasted than the engagement. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Hi there, you on the air. Hey.
Let me call back and just chime in on what Matt had to say. The first number that has any value is the number 1. Okay. Zero is the first number, of course, but you can't have any value with 0 unless you put it after the number 1 first, like in 10. So Matt complained about $40 billion, whatever his numbers he said, about the Mandatory Liability Insurance Act, which, by the way, has helped hundreds, if not thousands of people because they didn't have to bear cost for somebody else's mistake based on that law, making sure certain people was covered. That's as simple as they get. Now, this is just plain and simple. This is something for Matt and anybody else who has a problem with this. Yeah, do you own a vehicle? Which is a ridiculous question, because I know you do. You own a vehicle?
Yes.
Now, the type of vehicle, how many vehicles you own doesn't even matter. Even though I know you like to drive a nice vehicle, your number that you want is the number you can afford. Same with me. But that is a choice that you make, right?
Right.
Same with me and anybody else. There's public transportation, whether it's Uber, by rail, or by bus. You don't have to take it as far as purchasing your own vehicle. Therefore, you're not accountable to the Mandatory Liability Insurance Law. You don't have to have it. So now that's a personal decision for you to own a vehicle. And if you do, you still don't have to have it covered. You just have to pay the penalties and such. And if you do have it covered, as a silent protest, don't ever file a claim no matter how severe the damage or the cost. Just take it on the chin. That goes for your home as well. You don't have to buy a house. Once again, that's a choice. You can rent somewhere, pop up a tent, go live in the woods. That's the beauty of this nation. Nobody's going to fight you. No one's going to care. Those are choices. But if you do decide, it will be in your best interest to protect those things within your apartment or your home. But once again, if you do, don't file a claim. Take it on the chin as your own silent protest. But don't get on here and complain about something you make a choice with. No one made you go out there and buy a vehicle. No one made you keep it. You can go take an Uber everywhere you want to go, buy a bus ticket, or hell, with a bike. That's all. No one cares. No one going to care. You might need to exercise, so walking may be good for you. There's people who do it every goddamn day. So you can join the crowd. With your own little anti-walk protest insurance movement. He might laugh at you at the end of the day, but no one's going to care. At the end of the day, People taking a penny or however much money they want to take out your pocket, that number will add up. It adds up. It's going to constantly keep going, and it's going to phase out. So what may be next? The nickel? At the end of the day, that stuff adds up. If they start telling you owe 6 cents and just take it to a dime, you're going to start complaining about why did I have to pay the extra 4 cents when I clearly had 6 cents in my pocket. That will add up.
Makes sense.
So I brought something to the table that would affect all. He brought something to the table that's his own personal vendetta. Take the bus to walk, man. We won't care.
All right, Mario, 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hey, you on the air. How you doing?
Yeah, we'll be say this. There's 2 types of trust. There's a family trust, supposed to be blind, and there's a third party trust. Now, if you ain't stealing, you ain't doing nothing wrong, you will go with the third party trust. Because you don't need your family handling your money. I don't want my family handling my money. Nothing. Okay? So, unless I'm in charge of the family handling my money. Now, let me say this here. Donald Trump has stated publicly that he's going to pardon everyone that's associated with him, his family members, and all of his partners in the Republican Party. That's the question there. Now, the Supreme Court gave him a house. So at any time he says he's doing something for the nation, he's exempt from prosecution. But here's the thing they did not and have not answered. How can you pardon someone that has never been charged with a crime, that has never been indicted? I want the Supreme Court to answer that question. Because that requires a state of somebody else's mind, whether they stole something or not. You go pardon them. I want the Supreme Court to answer that question. That may be the way we get here, but I'm going to tell you this here. Some of this family gonna be got. They gonna be got. You ain't gonna just everybody else in this country is having a hard time with money. Just a few people.
That's why Trump can't say or even recognize hard time is here, because he's having good time. He and his family members are and his friends are experiencing good times. They bragging about it. They bragging about it. He's talking about reflection pool, monuments to himself, ballrooms. What time did ever got to keep Air Force One? I know.
So it's crazy to me. He's corrupt from the bottom of his feet to the top of his wig line and his hair. For real. But listen, I'm going to say this here, I'm going to get off the phone.
All right.
Justice will not be denied. It will not. Faith will not be denied. It will not. You reap what you sow. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. You're absolutely right. A bunch of hypocrites. They really are. And they do it in the name of God. In the name of Jesus, I kill you. Anyway, 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Line number 3. Hey, hi there, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Listen, I want to go back on something Mario said about the change. You know, when you mentioned
right.
What happened to me during the pandemic? I was in Birmingham, over in the Center Point area, the hardest. I went through the drive-thru. The young lady told me, after giving me my change, she said, I don't have 48 cents. I said, well, give me an orange juice. I can't do that. I said, well, give me a hash brown. She said, I can't do that. I said, so let me get an understanding here. So you're going to take my 48 cents and give me nothing because you don't have the proper change in your register.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if there are 75 cars that come through here and you short them a quarter, a nickel, a dime, 15 cents, and your tape register say that you're supposed to turn in $400 and a penny.
Yeah.
But you've already taken in $600 per your shift. So at the end of the day, you're going to turn in $400 on a penny, and you're going to have a mighty large tip at the end of the day. I said, if you don't give me my 48 cents, then you can give me my 50 back. Take this biscuit, because you don't know if I needed 48 cents to catch the bus.
Wow.
Her manager grabbed her personal purse, went in and gave her a change. Then the manager came over to the window and she gave me my proper change.
Yeah.
And this was the tip that I gave her. If I owned 10 Hardys and I allowed every person who ran a register to be short $2 per day per their shift, it only looks like 2 or 3 pennies that you're telling the person, okay, go ahead, I got it, go ahead, I've got it, go ahead, I've got it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, for me, the person that owns all of those Hardys, that could easily add up to be $10,000, which means that I could take that $10,000 and buy a small car cash. Okay, again, that was this happened.
Hey, listen, there are people who get over all the time at their job and use their job as a hustle rather than a job that makes them an income. They're looking for the side hustle on their job.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. And at the end of the day, that all adds up. And if they have to turn at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. They register. The tape says $450, you turn in $450. And you got $600 in the tray, well, that money goes in your pocket. Yep.
That's right.
Yep. They're not turning that in to the boss that, hey, listen, I was able to beat folks out of an extra $150. Here it is. No, they keep it for themselves. Absolutely. Hey,
yesterday I saw a van with my expressway, and it was in the lane, putting people out, and then out there with a sign, with a big sign.
Yep.
Not on my dime.
All right. All right, thank you. I'll tell you another way, merchant hustle, folks. And I see it all the time, and particularly foreign stores, right? They make cash out of the drawer, and the drawer stays open all the time. So when they register a sale, that sale does not go on a ribbon. It does not. So that's less taxes they have to pay. Really, seriously. When they start making that change out of the drawer, I had another businessman, a black businessman, say, Gary, you ever go into these restaurants and they keep the drawer open all the time at the cash register, they never close it, and they keep making change out of the drawer? I said, yeah, I've seen that a lot. He said, that's because they're not registering the sale. So they're cheating on the sales taxes. The foreigners do it all the time. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. How you doing? 205-942-8140. Hi there, you are on the air. How you doing?
Good morning, Gary. How you doing?
I'm great. What's up?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Let me say a couple things. I want you to reach out to the young lady over the Housing Authority and have her come up in on your program, because the word is on the street that we finna grade to close some of these schools in Birmingham because of lack of students. And let me share this with you.
Now, the school board president was on our Facebook Live and said that's not true.
Gary, listen, Gary, I've been in this business much longer than they have, Gary. I'm in the street more than they are, okay?
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to believe a politician can tell you things, Gary, to make themselves feel good. I'm giving you the live facts. Just like, for an example, Randall Woodfin came up there and told you that we didn't have 74% of the head of the house in a single parent. That is true. That came from City Hall. We were talking about around 85% of all the killings are related to drugs. All that information came out of City Hall. Gary, let me say this to you. I would never put out no information that I didn't have no facts on. Someone has given me some facts on, okay?
All right.
Let me share with you. Let me share with you a couple things. First of all, you might not know this, but you know I made the Ebony magazine, right?
You did. You made Ebony.
Yeah, you did. And you know how my pictures hanging down in the state house, in Montgomery, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now you know why I'm saying this. I'm saying this because when people of my caliber come to leadership in the city of Birmingham, they think they're talking to a little Rudy Poo. Okay. Just talking about that, and that's not true. You know, I carry on the way I do. And be honest, Gary, I'm trying to get completely out of politics. Period. In the city of Birmingham. I'm working hard to get out of there. I want to spend the rest of my life doing some things for David Ruff. And let me share this with you too. I hope Gilbert Klein call in. We work on a redevelopment task force in the city of Birmingham. We worked on that for about a year and a half, okay? And we came up with a plan where we can replenish the house in the city of Birmingham. And the school system is closing based upon the number of houses we have for people of color in Birmingham. This is why I want this young lady to come up from the housing authority. You ask her how many houses, public houses are being closed in the city. I'm not doing this trying to hurt nobody.
Okay.
To make them give it to you in facts. So, but I really appreciate them doing that now. A lot of them, Gary, you know, we have leadership in Birmingham. Let me give you an example. I was out one day, and this person just got elected. And I'm trying to share some information with her. And they assume because they was elected, they know more than me. You know, I had to tell her. I said, baby, let me tell you, I don't have no more respect for you than I do anyone in the city. Now, I respect you because of your position. And then they need to realize that, Gary, just because you get elected to an office, you don't have as much knowledge as me. I mean, myself, nobody in City Hall yet would know more than me. Okay? Because it's my experience and my knowledge. And the one that told me that, Gary, had never been to film. Had never been to film. So, you know, they can't do that to me. But again, I appreciate you highly if you would take out time and have the young lady to come up from the housing authority. Okay.
All right. Of course. And I reach out to the housing authority as well as the school board. Yeah, I can go higher than that. I go straight to the superintendent. I have not heard of any school closing. Now, Ruby did say there is a possible school closing in, did she say Gate City? All right. All right, good morning. He is wide up this morning, Joseph Smith said. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hi there, you are on the air. Hi there.
You got me back on, Gary.
All right, David. Thank you. I appreciate that. Boy, gotta hang up the phone. Hi there, you on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, good. Hey, let me get my boxing gloves. Here
we go.
I'll start off with an easy one, though. Democrat Paul Pelosi done run into somebody and took off from his car. So let's see what happens to him. Now let me address Mario. Mario, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm 66, and over the years, I was smart enough not to pay no whole lot for a vehicle because I'll buy them that's broke down and fix them. Over the years, I got rid of 13 cars out of my yard and still got 5.
Wow!
But I got to insure every single car, which out in Texas, you only buy insurance, and no matter what you drive, you're covered. So, but insurance for if I had 13 plus my 5, now that's 18 cars I got to pay insurance on.
Right.
That's insurance slavery, buddy, because they're forcing me to have it instead of me being a good driver. And then you're going to talk about go get a bond. Well, I don't know much about a bond, and yes, I'm kind of dumb and may have to learn and probably go do that. But most Americans can't afford it because I'm assuming you have to go against your property if you own some or have possessions you can sell to cover it if you don't have it. So bottom line is, $44 billion going to bleed out of our state every year times 50 states that is tearing my pocket up. So Mario, you're sitting there with your insurance mafia. Now, it may not be your company, but you're involved in raping people's pockets. Flat and bottom line. Think of it. Insurance on 18 cars, even liability only. Yeah, and being forced to have it by a dictator. Yeah, this is free America, ain't it? Independent. Thank you.
All right, Matt. Thanks. Matt got it really bad about that insurance thing. All right, 205-942-8140. It is true, the latest news on Paul Pelosi, the husband of former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, is facing possible misdemeanor hit-and-run charge after an incident in Northern California. He was driving in Yountville, Napa Valley, California. His car was struck a legally parked vehicle, causing significant damage. He briefly stopped and then he drove away. He later was found by authorities with the damage to his own vehicle. No other reports are there. I guess his excuse is that I thought I was running to the guy who ran into my house and hit me in the head. I thought that was him, so I was trying to get away. I'm just kidding. That's not good. Leaving the scene of an accident is never good. Never good. Police say he told officers he may not have realized what he hit. There was no alcohol involved, according to a field sobriety check. He has reportedly apologized to the vehicle owner and offered to pay damages. Okay. All right. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. And, of course, your phone call is welcome. All right, but you're on the air. How you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm back in.
Hey, yes.
Yes, sir. I will be up in the yard, too. I definitely don't want to pay no insurance on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting there, degrading.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I do not want to pay any insurance.
Yeah.
For what?
Well, anyway, it's better to have it and not need it, and need it and not have it. Yeah.
Exactly. It's better if I don't pay it. But anyway, I can't get over the fact that Jacko Donald Trump wanted this guy assassinated that killed Charlie Kirk. Now, what the heck going on now? Wait a minute. But did the guy get assassinated? Executed that killed assassinated Dr. King, the one that lived in the church and mowed down people. Any of these people getting the death in the head? No. I thought Donald Trump pushing for this man. What the hell was Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
Like
a deity in their mind because they treat him as if he was some kind of god. Really, some kind of deity. I don't get it.
Yeah, bingo. That's what I'm saying. They riding on killing this man. Wasn't it John Trump Road? Black man with Trump jump on this one. Turn that man. Let that man go. What you mean? All the baby that killed by the police officer, everybody marching for his head. Hell no. That's what I'm talking about. So let that send that man the buck packing for his insurance. So I'll try to take out what he deserves. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Bobby. 205-942, Richard Griffin Hill. There are laws and code policy that may be legal but unlawful. What is he saying? Unlawful, but what makes it legal over unlawful is consent. Plus, the Biden pardon family members who haven't committed a crime. Yeah, just in case Trump decided to go after them. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hello.
The views and opinions expressed on the Gary Richardson Morning Show are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the Richardson Broadcasting Corporation or its affiliates. This program may be recorded, streamed, or distributed as a podcast. Any use, reproduction, or redistribution of this content without express permission is strictly prohibited.
Your number one choice for news and information. Gary Richardson Morning Show.
Yo, Birmingham, what happens when the music fades, but the conversation is just getting started? Welcome to the Night Show. I'm DJ Gap, and every week from 10 p.m. until midnight, we're talking music, pop culture, entertainment, relationships, social media, and everything the city's been talking about after dark. Real people, real conversations, the culture. So if you're still up, tap in, join me, B. Bowers and Jazz Olivia for the night show. Weeknights, 10 p.m. to midnight. Only on the all-new 104.1 FM. WJLD, the heartbeat of the city.
We're ready to let the fireworks begin. Let's blast off this week with freshness and quality at Piggly Wiggly. Our hand-cut meats and farm-fresh produce are unbeatable. This week, don't miss out on our fantastic specials. Fresh Boston butt pork roast in a 2-pack for $1.99 a pound. Piggly Wiggly famous pork spare ribs at $1.99 a pound. Also, fresh ground beef, the family pack for $4.99 a pound. Fresh corn in the husk, you get 4 for $2. Also, try our Coca-Cola and related products. We have 12 packs of 12-ounce cans, and you get 2 for just $11. These exclusive deals are available from July 1st through July 7th, so head to your nearest Piggly Wiggly today. Maximize your savings by downloading our free app, the Pig Bee Ham, from your app store, and enjoy access to special coupons, free items each week, and earn reward dollars to spend in-store. Have a happy and safe 4th of July. See you soon at Piggly Wiggly.
Some call it overplanning. At Brown's Electrical, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Because with a Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. So get yours installed by Brown's Electrical today, and for a limited time, you can receive a free 5-year warranty with your purchase, a $535 value. So hurry. Convenient financing through Synchrony Bank. In addition, we offer residential and commercial electrical services and maintenance of electrical services and more. Minority-owned, professional, reliable, and skilled. Contact us today at 205-390-8228 or visit our website, www.brown-ec.com. Terms and conditions apply. Call for details.
Hey, this is Birmingham City Councilor Krista Swidman. I'm thrilled to invite you to one of my favorite summer traditions, the District 6 Summer Farmers Market, which will be held every second Saturday, June through August from 1:30 to 3:30. On June 13th and July 11th, we'll be at Memorial Park, and on August 8th, we'll be at the Grove. The market will be open from 1:30 to 3:30, and all forms of payment will be accepted. So let's shop local and support our farmers.
All right. Hey, check it out. You'll be glad that you did. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go here. Line 4. You on the air. Good morning. Sure. Uh-huh. Hello. Okay. You got a bad connection. I'm serious. Really. Call back. 205-942-8140. Hi there, you on the air. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, it's a lot of difference between a Chevrolet Biscayne and a Rolls Royce Silver Cloud.
Really?
Yeah, brother. One of them is run on the mill and the other one top of the line. The reason I made that comparison there, because I think it's about time we start putting a handle on slavery. You know, we just use the term slavery loosely. We have a chattel slavery on there. The reason I was saying, see, I've been doing a little research on the Declaration of Independence. So they mention about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Right.
Can you take something from somebody that they never had?
No, you can't. You can't. You can't take something from someone they never had. Right.
But in the words of the Parliament Funkadelic, they're going to turn this mother out. What I'm talking about is these social democrats. They're going to turn this thing out, man, when it comes to this nigga upcoming election. Somebody got to do something about Trump. The traditional Democrats, they just kind of blowing in the wind, but them social democrats ain't playing. And if they don't dominate the climate, Trump don't get out of hand, man. But like I said, it's time to put a hand on this chattel slavery that we've been living under all these years. Because let me say that when they mentioned about liberty, they were talking about breaking away from Britain. They say the right to free from oppression and to live without interference from the government. Now, you oftentimes say the American government been the problem, right? And all this oppression they got out here concerning chattel slavery. Just put a handle on it. Make it more identified, because it was the king of all slavery was chattel slavery. And then the right to pursuit of happiness, the right to seek and achieve personal fulfillment, security, and well-being. All that stuff didn't apply to black folks. You couldn't take them away from us that we never had. Think about it. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe you can. 205-942-8140. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. I'll go. You are on the air. Can you hear me?
Hey, Dr. Richardson, can you hear me?
Yes, go right ahead. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yes, sir. How you doing this morning, man?
I am great. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Hey, look, I want to ask Mario. I know Mario is smarter than a fifth grader, but I just want to know, what type of bond is he talking about? Because a bond is not going to do you any good if you get into an accident, unless he's talking about a bond that's a self-insured bond, like in trucking. We can have a self-insured bond, but to have to be self-insured, you know how many millions you got to have in a bank sitting that you can't even touch?
Really?
It's a lot. Oh yeah, man. It's companies out here that are self-insured, but they got big money. So I'm trying to figure out. Well, Matt just said he got 18 tires. Maybe Matt got more money than we think he got. But hey, I just want to know, man, I'm thinking maybe he talking about the SR22 bond, where all that does is cover you to drive legally, but if you have an accident, you can hang it up. You lost everything. Lost everything.
Yeah.
So if he can call back and elaborate on that, I'd love to hear.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you. Hey, 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go here. Hi, Gary, on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Gary.
Hey, good morning.
I want to start out with something light. Isn't fireworks illegal in the Birmingham proper?
Yeah.
The question is, why did the city of Birmingham break their own law every year?
What do you mean?
They had more fireworks up on Red Mountain than anybody.
Yeah, you get permitting for that. You know that, don't you? Right, okay.
I've heard of something like crazy. Okay. I don't know that.
Sure.
But anyway, why don't we have the same energy for Juneteenth like we have for the 4th? There were so many fireworks going on in the community.
All right.
It was crazy. I mean, maybe
do you shoot fireworks at all, sir, yourself? Do you?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not even like the celebratory gunfire for New Year's. Because a roof one year. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. So is the fireworks. I hope I'm not saying
now, you're asking folks to do something you're not doing, using fireworks on Juneteenth, but you don't use fireworks at all.
I just looking at the amount of money spent. I'm looking at all the trailers that parked in and around the city of Birmingham, and they have so many people in line buying the fireworks.
Right. And you do know they're not in the corporate limits of Birmingham. They on the outskirts,
That's the way they get around it. They go out in the city of Birmingham, buy the fireworks, go back in the city and set them off.
Crazy Bill's fireworks. Bill Kearns, I knew him. He was a former broadcaster, and his daughter, who was the former mayor of Adamsville, who now owns Crazy Bill Fireworks. Did you not know that?
Wow.
Well,
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did know that, as a matter of fact. But listen, let me say this about the change rounding up. You know, black people been doing that all the time, so it shouldn't have a problem with it. You go in the Arab convenience stores and say, keep their change. Them Arabs save that money up under the counter, and every 3 months they pull it out, roll it up, and take that $300 to $600 to the bank. They becoming rich off the black community. Please stop leaving your change with them convenience stores. You're making them rich. They already charging too damn high anyway. Stop leaving your 10 cent, 5 cent, I don't care what it is. Think about it. 200 or 300 people going in a day, and the first thing I think about, well, the last thing I think about is keep the change.
Yeah.
Stop being stupid.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. Don't leave your change. No, I want my change. I want it. Anyway, 205-942-8140. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hey, you on the air. How you doing?
Forgive me for the rule violation, Mayor. I just wanted to answer that gentleman's question. In the state of Alabama, you can purchase a motor vehicle liability bond. You also can purchase a surety bond or a real estate bond, but motor vehicle liability bond will satisfy the state's mandatory auto liability insurance requirement.
Really?
They do exist. I do actually provide them. You pay them on an annual basis, and they're not very expensive. So, that's an alternative. However, it will not protect your vehicle in case of a loss, but it will take care of the person.
Well, that's like having just liability. Yeah,
exactly. Now, to address the thing about the number of cars, and I think I forgot who said, maybe Bobby said it, where he doesn't have a vehicle in his yard that is not doing anything. Maybe people need to understand that law. The law says if you operate a motor vehicle within the state of Alabama, you have to have a tag, and you have to have mandatory liability insurance for that tag. Doesn't say if you own one, you have to have mandatory liability insurance. If it's just sitting in your yard, you don't have a tag on it, it can sit there and rust apart. Believe it or not, that's an eyesore, and people do it every freaking day. But, you don't have to have that covered. It would be in your best interest to get coverage on it as far as comprehensive loss if it's a good-looking vehicle. But once again, that's a choice. And to address Matt's choice, you have 18 vehicles, 8 or 2. That's your decision. That's your decision. And in Texas, that does not exist. If you have insurance on one vehicle, they're covered for all. That is a blatant lie. And I know that because I'm presently in the talks with Texas of opening a location with the state of Texas. Don't get up here and try to gaslight people with stupidity because it won't work. It doesn't work in Texas, doesn't work in Alabama, doesn't work in anywhere. But once again, it's a choice. I don't care how new or how old or how pretty your car is. You will file a claim if someone damaged your property. You just spoke about Pelosi's husband on the hidden camera. He now saying he's going to pay for those damages.
Right.
So at the end of the day, that law exists to make sure you don't have to pay for someone else's mistake, even though sometimes that still happens. The problem comes in with abuse, and there's abuse in everything. You have a whole bunch of reckless nonsense, and this is not a diss on every attorney, but you have attorneys who put out this information. We'll get you $1 billion if you go ahead and break a fingernail in a car accident. And you have all these bogus claims clogging up the works, which spike premiums, which that leads to complaints. If you have a serious injury, and I've dealt with people with serious injuries, and I'll tell them, go seek representation counsel if you can't go ahead and handle this yourself. If you have a serious injury, then you file claims on a serious nature, not bogus, stupid stuff that you can settle with a phone call. Stop it and move on with your life.
All right. Thanks, Mario. 205-942-8140. Have you noticed the trend of electric bikes? E-bikes are trending heavily right now because they move from a niche gadget to a mainstream transport option. In 2026, they've been used in much more practical everyday ways, not just for recreation. I was coming to work this morning, and a young man he wearing black clothing, right, driving a black e-bike, And he darted out of the street and didn't stop for the stop sign. And I'm going like, man, that's dangerous. No lights, a dark vehicle. He's wearing dark clothes and almost hit him. And I'm going like, man, that's some dangerous stuff there, bro. Didn't see you. Did not see you. A black bike, right? And it's low to the ground, too. That's the other part. It's low to the ground. He's wearing all black clothing in the nighttime. And with no lights. That's a recipe for getting your butt run over. That's crazy. 205-942-8140. Now, I see more and more of them on the streets. I know you guys seeing them. More and more on the streets. More people are riding these e-bikes. Yep, absolutely. Battery-operated bicycles. Oh, yeah, man. And motoring. 205-942-8140. Well, Gary Richardson, I built a few of them myself throughout my day. Electronic bicycles. In fact, got a couple of them in my garage right now. Got to dust off and just start driving them. But anyway, e-bikes. Y'all notice that? The electric bike. And I see a lot of brothers riding mini bikes. None of these bicycles have tags on them. Oh, and the worst offenders are these folks with trail bikes on the road. Trail bikes. Bikes that were designed to be on dirt and trails. They ride them on the road and no tag. No tag. All right, 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. And, of course, your phone call is welcome. Hold on there, bro. All right, 205. Let's just go here. Hi there, you are on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Gary.
Hey, okay, Georgia. How you doing? All right.
I'm really tired. We had company and stuff this weekend. Father's Day, Juneteenth, and the World Cup. It was all around the same time. And everybody is just having a ball. Atlanta is showing America. I mean, the whole world. Atlanta and America is all about, and what the South is all about. And I'm proud. I'm proud of the Atlanta Police Department with their equestrian unit. Them horses can step, buddy. They large-back people, some of They do. Some of them could switch their tail in one direction, and all of them switch their tail. And, it's amazing how God put man over animal, and animals have to obey man, because man is, he's over everything, and we have to act like it. But let me tell you something, Gary. We had the people spending so much money, billions of dollars. And did you hear Trump? Did you hear him honor the astronaut Glover and his crew from going around the world on the dark side of the moon? He acted like he didn't want to say it, but he had to. And then did you also hear about the American Revolution, where a lot of slaves, like Christopher addicts and and all of them, they were enslaved, and they told them if they fight in the Revolutionary War of America, they would give them their freedom, and they did. And it's amazing. And Trump, he spoke about that, and then he honored several black men there who had made contributions to America. Yes, I can also that, but it is all of us that has made America great.
Yes.
Not just one race that came and just took it from everybody. But it was all of us. But one thing I didn't like about, he didn't say anything about the Native Americans. He didn't honor the Native Americans, but Arizona is doing that. And other states are doing, Oklahoma, and all of these people around the world are honoring America for that. That Americans can be a beautiful country with beautiful people. And that's what God made us for, the brotherhood of mankind. And Trump, I'm surprised that he said it. But Maxine Waters got on his butt. She said, you got to have these folks, especially astronaut Glover. He did better than Glenn. That man went around in the dark.
Yeah, that's my frat brother. He's a member of Phi Beta Sigma. Hey, thank you. I appreciate the call, 205-942. But in reality, Black Americans have made foundational contributions to the United States across every major area of society, whether it's science, politics, culture, military service, business, sports, and civil rights. Oh, yeah. And the entertainment industry. These contributions are not separate from American history. They are central to American history. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show on this fabulous Monday. Yep. Hope you had a great weekend. 205-942-8140. Let's see here. 1 and 2. Hey, you are on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Gary, I watched the world news over the weekend, and the guy that I guess this Netanyahu, the man from the Middle East that killed and had his funeral, and they were saying, yes to America's leader, king, and they said, someone in the language said, why are the American kings still living? So they're gonna kill Trump. Yeah, I was like, see, I be watching that go way out and watch that way out from other country news. And when I see it, I said, my God, they won't show all that here in America. So they said they coming after Trump. They said, American king, we're going to take him out. I said, oh, my God.
Yeah.
These folks need business. They got sleepers over here in the United States. So be careful, people, period. Especially the ones around Trump. Trump needs Jesus to save him and save himself seriously, because these folks don't play. Them Middle East people's not playing. I said, Lord, have mercy. So there's going to be a lot of tragedies fooling with Trump. But that don't happen. Thank you, dear.
All right, thanks. All over 205-942-8140. The United States and Belgium play tonight. Yep, in the round of 16 of the World Cup soccer match. There have been a few upsets. Perennial powers have lost. Newcomers have won, so it's wide open parity in World Cup soccer. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go here. Ida on the air. Good morning.
Oh, yeah, there's breaking news, Gary, from the medical community, all concerning my health.
Really?
Your minds might be intimate, Gary. Oh, I'm sure they'll be happy to have me bite the dust, wouldn't they, Gary?
Why will they do that? No one wishes for your demise. No.
Oh, yeah. You know, Gary, it's amazing how the doctors give us the same conversation. Oh, it affects black people at a higher rate than that and the other.
Right.
But, Gary, they forget whatever cancer that people have in their body, Gary, can be reversed. Do you know that with the proper diet, Gary?
Right.
Oh, yeah. I'm not scared of cancer, Gary. Why should I be? I lived a good age. Wouldn't they love Las Vegas to bite the dust, Gary? Could you imagine the headlines? Las Vegas bites the dust. Oh, yeah, the burial ceremony would be at the Woodlawn Cemetery if it does happen, Gary. I would like to be down there at Inwood or maybe Shadowlawn with my grandparents, but that wouldn't happen. No, I think I'll keep it in Vegas. But, Gary, I thought I would share.
I don't understand this logic. Be with my parents in the ground in a decaying body, and your body is decaying in a box, right? But you're going to be with your parents and loved ones and all this stuff. That don't even make sense to me. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. How many of you actually visit loved ones at the grave once they are buried? Seriously. Few folks do, most don't. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Oh, man, I had sad news last week. the youngest son of our late DJ Curtis Bell, passed away. So he was walking over in this neighborhood in Pleasant Grove area and passed out. He was a young man, not even 29 years old, and they're running an autopsy to see what happened to him. But Demerico Bell, his friends call him D, and we certainly want to extend our condolences out to his mom, Beverly, and his family and friends, all mourn the loss of such a young man, not even 30 years old. It looked like he did from some natural causes. They're waiting on an autopsy. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hi there, you are on the air. Good morning.
Hey, Gary.
Hey,
Sheila.
Hey, Sheila.
Hey, the Barcades, they asked about you.
I know. I talked to James that day early on, and I did confirm the receipt of their new song, Get Your Back Off the Wall, but no, I got outside. I said, baby, it's too hot. I can't go out there. Can't go.
It was hot out there. We get one of those shade trees. But when I tell you they performed, Gary,
yeah.
When I tell you they performed,
yeah.
Those guys, they really did a great job. We had a lot of veterans to actually come out.
Mm-hmm.
The donor with the barbecue, they don't want us to tell who it was.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want, people to be asking them for stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So they did come out. They fed all the veterans, and what was left over, they gave to the senior citizens.
Mm.
It was just a great, great turnout, and it wasn't. This country was built by us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we need to really speak on that, and they knew it. I'm talking about these guys, they spoke on it. They was willing to cut commercials, trying to encourage people to get out to vote.
Mm-hmm.
All of this. So we did have people out from the H2O Foundation trying to, let everyone know that they still exist, and they still trying to help the citizens here in Jefferson County.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just really surprised of the crowd, but it was no problems. We just had a great time. But I did want to talk about Mr. May.
Yes.
Mr. May was mine. He was my track teacher.
Mm-hmm.
He was my teacher. He was my principal. And he was the one that I first got a whipping was from Mr. May. That was my first whipping. He whooped, and I called Gloria Jones, and me and her talked about it yesterday.
Right.
Both of us got a whipping with one of them little relay batons that you run track with.
Mm-hmm.
Because we was out there cutting up, and we on the side of the so he whooped us. Yeah. He was my first whipping, and my second and last whipping was from Mr. Berry, Dr. Berry.
Uh-huh.
That was my last whipping.
Was it Simpson Berry? Simpson Berry.
Yeah. Yeah. I said I will not get any more whipping. But I learned how to act, though.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Just excelling, and I had great mentors in my life. And he coached teams in the community, and he also called football.
Mm-hmm.
You know that he was he
officiated high school football games. Yes, he did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about that for a long time, and he was up in his late 60s, still running up behind that football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we owe him a lot. Mr. May was in the system for a long time, and he did not play, and he would be missed. And he did not miss one class.
Yeah.
He needed, when he got up in age, he needed a parking pass. He wouldn't have to walk so far.
Yeah.
But he did not miss. He was still active in the civil rights movement. 16th Street Baptist Church. He volunteered to do tours there. The Civil Rights Museum, he volunteered to do tours there.
Wow.
He also worked on our phone banking. He used to sit there for hours and call on the phone banking. So this man, he was active in our community and was still giving to the civil rights movement financially. And I ain't talking about no $50. He was giving big time money. To the civil rights movement, and I'm going to miss him. I'm gonna miss talking to him because at least twice a month he called me.
Okay.
To encourage me, just
just to hear his voice made a big difference in my life.
Absolutely.
And he would be missed, Gary. He really would be missed. And I just wanted to say that, and I'll let you know when the funeral will be.
Hey, thank you. I remember last in-depth, it's been a while since I've talked to Mr. May. He was a consultant down in the Baltimore City school system, right? Administrative consultant. I recall going up to the high school, having lunch. It was away from my usual time that I normally have lunch. It was after I got promoted from a teacher to a director, right? Anyway, I'm in the lunchroom, and Mr. May comes up with this very authoritative voice. Mr. Richardson, what are you still doing here eating lunch? You should be in the classroom right now, Mr. Richardson. I said, yeah, Mr. May, you know what I do what the hell I want to do around here. He what? I was messing with it. That was Mr. May. I no longer work down there. I work at central office. So I don't have a set lunch time. He went, oh, okay. All right. Anyway, 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Kimberly Sharp is saying he was the oldest active member of Birmingham grad chapter of Alpha Phi and chapter of Omega Psi Phi. All right. Thank you. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Either you are on the air. How you doing? Hey.
Hey, one last thing about the insurance. Bobby said that he has a car sitting out his yard, and he don't hardly ever have to drive it, but he does have to keep insurance. So let me go here. If you keep a car in your yard and you don't have insurance, you got to take the tag off.
Yeah.
So if you take the tag off your car in your yard, it's considered an abandoned vehicle, and they can tow it.
Yeah.
And that is the law. So Mario, let me tell you this too. Now, the insurance law, if before the law was enacted, if somebody hit you, didn't have insurance, you got to take them to court. Now, if somebody hit you, ain't got insurance, you got to take them to court. It didn't change a thing except rip people off, just like I said. Just like I said. So now dispute that. Thank you, man.
All right. Thank you there, Matt. We got news coming up top of the hour. Oh, man, that's a moot point. It's a dead horse that we're beating because insurance is not going to go away. I don't even know why we're discussing that. It's not going to go away. Yes, you're going to be mandatorily required to have insurance. All right, that's not going away anytime soon. And no matter how much Matt complains about it. WJLD, Fairfield, Birmingham, WIXI, Jasper, all the service of the Richardson Broadcasting Corporation. We got news coming up top of the hour. We will continue on the other side with more. Yes, more.
AP News, I'm Marcela Sanchez. Russia has launched missile and drone attacks on Kyiv, killing at least 12 people. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is expected to address the issue at a NATO summit in Turkey. The war has strained the global supply of Patriot interceptors, crucial for Ukraine's defense. Russia says the attack targeted weapons factories, but these claims are unverified. President Trump will also be attending the NATO summit in Turkey, where he'll meet with Zelensky to discuss Kyiv's war with Russia. Trump is expected to leave this evening. A funeral procession for Iran's late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei began through Tehran today. Khamenei's flag-draped coffin was accompanied by those of his family members also killed on February 28th. An airstrike killed Khamenei at the start of the war launched by the U.S. and Israel. Iran's new Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei, has yet to make an appearance in the funeral ceremonies, which are unfolding over several days. In other news, Trump last week pardoned 11 people. AP correspondent Donna Wooder has more.
President Donald Trump pardoned 11 people Friday, including 9 the White House said helped people bypass emissions control systems on vehicles. Also pardoned Adam Kedon, who was sentenced to nearly 6 years in prison for a fraud and conspiracy related to the purchase of a fleet of gambling boats. The case was part of a broader investigation of the notorious lobbying scandal involving Kedon's business partner Jack Abramoff. And the 11th person pardoned, ranch owner Jack Harvard. The White House did not say what he was pardoned for, but praised him for allowing the U.S. military and NATO troops to train on his land for free. Donna Warner, Washington.
European shares advanced today after a retreat in Asian markets and U.S. futures climbed. This is AP News.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right! Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
FIFA has lifted American star player Folarin Balogun's red card suspension. That means the global governing body for soccer is letting him play against Belgium on Monday. The penalty was lifted after President Trump intervened and asked FIFA's president to have it reviewed. England handed Mexico its first World Cup loss at Estadio Azteca with a 3-2 victory to reach the quarterfinals. England now moves on to face Norway on Saturday in Miami Gardens, Florida. Naomi Osaka beat Arina Sabalenka to reach the Wimbledon quarterfinals. Coco Gauff, Novak Djokovic, and Jannik Sinner also won. Catcher Eliezer Alfonso made his major league debut for the Los Angeles Dodgers, with his sister and stepmother still missing after Venezuela's catastrophic earthquakes. More on this and other stories at apnews.com. I'm Marcela Sanchez, AP Sports.
Hey, thanks a bunch. Hey, good morning, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. The game between Belgium and the United States will take place tonight. United States striker Belgium was reinstated after being suspended for a game by FIFA, but a phone call from President Trump got him reinstated. Wow. Man, and you talking about world leaders are pissed. Oh, man. They are ticked at that one. 205-942-8140. Well, Birmingham said, my condolences to the father of Mr. W.J. May. He sings, along with me, at the 6th Avenue Baptist Church Mayor Chorus. All right. Absolutely. Thank you. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hi there, you are on the air. How you doing? Hey.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Gary. This is Flatwood.
Hey, Flatwood, what's up?
Oh, man, that horse is dead. That Mac keep beating. He's dead, man.
I know. It's dead. You're right.
It's dead, man. You try to revive a horse that is already dead. It's
already dead. It's a done deal. I don't know why you keep bellyaching about it, because that's not going to change anytime soon. None. I don't know.
I hope it don't.
Yeah.
I hope it don't.
Yeah.
I hope it don't.
Mm-hmm.
I lost 2 vehicles, and thank God I had insurance.
Yep.
To replace both of them.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't understand. I don't understand his argument. Doesn't make no sense to me. It's not essential. Yep. I don't understand why they keep going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
The horse is dead.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey Gary, can I get a shout out to the Tony families for the reunion I did Saturday?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Family, thank you all for hiring me, DJ Cuzzo, one of the baddest DJ around. For hiring me,
Yeah. So you stay pretty busy during the weekends, huh? Yeah. Wow.
Sure.
Okay.
I do, man. Listen, I got my clientele, and I'd make it do what it do, man. I don't, like I said, I DJ for the people who hire me. I don't DJ for them. I don't play music for myself.
Really?
So I come to have a good time too.
Okay.
When a DJ hire you, you must be doing something.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, shout out to TQ Friday night.
Yeah.
The party that he gave. Let me tell you what I saw, Gary.
Okay.
And Darren will get mad at this. This young man was having a party, and guess who was all at the party? Black, white, and Hispanic.
Well.
Oh, man, Darren would have got upset, man, when he saw that out.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what you said, Gary. It goes back to what you said last week. This generation don't care nothing about that.
Nope.
They don't care nothing about this black and white and this division.
No, they don't.
When I saw all the young people together having a party, and I saw the black, and I saw white, and I saw Hispanic, I said, see there? That's what I'm talking about right there. They don't care nothing about it, girl.
Really?
And one last thing, Gary. All of those people that got arrested in Irondale, at that, I wonder what has anybody thought about the kids that were left at home?
Well, yeah. Families are definitely being broken up. That is for certain. I mean, just nasty stuff. I've seen some saw a 7-year-old kid watch his dad get arrested, and he was just crying and wailing, I want my daddy, leave my daddy alone. It was so heartbreaking to see that. Wow.
Yes. When they're talking about getting all the Hispanics out and then 30 people got arrested at that shop over there, what about their kids they left at home?
Yeah.
Have anybody considered those kids?
No.
You know, God said the least you do to a child is what you do to him.
Yep. Absolutely. Hey, bro.
Have a good day, Gary.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Flatwood. Thank you, sir. 205. Some folks say you're sneakily promoting your DJ business. So, like, D, the best barber in the South. All right, 205-942-8140. I don't think he make any distinction about location. He's just the best barber ever, right? 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. And, of course, your phone call is welcome. Line 4, hi there, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Briefly back at you.
Sure.
President Xi is the president of the Chinese Communist Party, ain't he?
Yep.
You know, Trump talking about these different political groups. Now, if the president of America can go to a Chinese country and sit at a table with a Chinese leader, what that make him?
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm saying is that I got hope in this country political system with this Democratic Socialist group. I think that if they're elected, a lot of things going to change in this country because the game we playing now, it ain't working. But the established Democratic Party got to realize it's time to get out the way. They ain't biting nothing, man. New leadership.
Really?
And I really think that the Social Democratic get in office, we might stand a chance of getting reparations. But I can't say that about the established Democratic Party.
Really?
And that's just the way I feel about it, because these people not taking no one nickel. Did you hear the statement that the New York mayor made about Donald Trump? You heard that?
No, I have not. He never really said anything flattering about him.
About old rich white men. And they straight to the point. But you can't go in there thinking you're going to upset this mega world playing tooth to tooth. It's going to look, you got the eyeball.
Right. I mean, Trump called, thank you, sir, he called communism a cancer. The only way you get rid of it, you have to cut it out. And that's what he was saying about communism. But he does not have any problem dealing with Communist China on a personal level. If you hate communism, you hate it. You don't profit from it. Yeah, okay. 2059. Trump is a walking sack of hypocrisy. All right. 205-942-8140. If it benefits Trump, his friends, and his family, it's good. All right. That's it. Because that's who he looks out for. 205-942-8140. The deportation and divisiveness of ICE is cruelty, hateful, and mean-spirited. Thank you, Teresa. 205-942-8140. How you doing?
You know, I want to tell Matt this. That there are plenty of people in Alabama that don't have insurance. So you don't have to get it. You don't have to get insurance. That's just the law requirement. You ain't got to obey the law.
Yeah, you can't get a tag for your car. You don't have insurance, though. So
yeah.
Right.
I understand that. I understand that, Gary. But also, the state of Alabama is one of those states who have uninsured motorists insurance on your policy.
Right.
Now, if you don't check that this and somebody hit you that don't have insurance, oh, you just out of jack. You just out of jack. That's it. They ain't paying for your car. They ain't got no insurance. That's why you got to pay for the other driver. You're not paying for you. You paying for the other driver who don't have insurance. So, man, it ain't going nowhere. Insurance is in the state. And I warned everybody because I got that coverage on my car because you hit me, I'm covered. And if you got insurance, I'm going to tear you up. Because I'm falling out the car. I'm getting under the
I'm telling you, boy, there are so many commercials on TV and radio. These law firms, man, we're the best. We're local. We're this. Don't go with the big guys. Go with this. You know, go like, what? Yeah, you need a dog. You need a dog, dude. You need a dog. Anyway.
You need a dog. This is my watch.
Yeah.
And I love this watch. I'm just so sick of him. I don't know what to do.
I'm telling you. Okay.
Let me tell you this.
Sure.
The Supreme Court ruled and Donald Trump faced. Listen, Donald Trump not going to hold the office. Democrats going to take the office. And the same thing that he can do, Democrats can do too.
Yeah.
And take advantage of it. Take advantage of it.
Hey, thank you. All right, Jeremiah, thank you. All right, 205-942-8140. Anybody taking bets on Tommy Tuberville making it all the way to the general election? Will the Republican Party, Republican judges, give him a cover? Right? So, yeah, Tommy, we know you're not quite there, but, you know, you're the best choice that we have as a party, regardless of what the law says. 205-942-8140, line 6. Hi there. That's in that call. Thank you. Line 6. Hi there. You are on the air. How you doing?
Hey, man, I just back. That's Flatwood calling him with his pity party. No, it ain't no pity party, Flatwood. These parents knew they was illegal. I don't feel sorry for their children. Trump just opened up a new one down in Louisiana so they can put them right next to the airport. Hold them but a few days. They're right by the ice to get them out of here. Put them on a plane. Them little children, you can, if they're U.S. citizens, since the Supreme Court sold it out, leave them here. Leave them up for adoption. But if they children you love, you know you illegal, put them on the plane. Trump said, put them on the plane. Y'all go back as a family. I don't feel sorry for a crook. You know you broke in. You know you illegal, and you're going to put your children in that kind of situation. I blame the parents. The children illegal. I don't care what the Supreme Court says. Illegal means illegal. They came out their parents, they're illegal. I don't like it. And Congress or somebody, but the Democrats ain't got enough balls to do nothing about it. Congress need to do something about it. It wasn't meant for that. If you could dig them people up out the grave, no. They didn't know them people going to do what they doing 100, 200 years ago. I mean, what they doing now, they illegal just jumping everywhere. With having babies, it's over, man. I'm telling you. If they don't do something about it, it's over. You'll be looking at a Hispanic president in 10 years.
Oh, boy.
They're going to take over.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you don't feel sorry for the children, even though the children are not responsible for how they got here. Right.
Well, your parents, I got 3 boys. I'm responsible for what they were doing and when their mama paid. I had to handle. I had to keep them out of trouble. I had to keep myself out of trouble. You blame the parent. I ain't going to put my children in that kind of situation. I may get took away and then my children gonna get took away. If I go to jail, my children. No. I had to cut out some stuff I used to do. And hey, you got to man up. I raised 3 boys by myself. And I'm not gonna. I couldn't go to the clubs and party and do the stuff I used to.
Yeah, Daryl, but Daryl, let me tell you something else that's mean-spirited. Trump is deporting people to other countries where they're not originally from. I mean, really, imagine a Guatemalan going to Africa. That's where you've been shipped to, Africa. Some nation in Africa.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. But they play games. They tell me they get all of them claim we've been raped. We've been like the Haitians. We getting beat up and we've been raped. I'm being molested. No, you will cook them lives, man. They playing the system. Go back home just like this other dude in Maryland or whatever.
Right.
He don't want to go to the African country. He can't go back to Venezuela, his home. He want to go somewhere else. And that's what Trump did to send him. Just get him out of here instead of being a taxpayer waste. Because the Democratic judges keep letting him go. Just get him out of here. Trump trying to send him to Uganda or somewhere. That's wrong. I agree with you on that, man. That's wrong. Send the man where his people at. You know, he say you want to go to some other place close to Venezuela. Let him go.
Well, you know, we know Mexico, probably the largest single recipient of U.S. deportation because of our proximity and large migrant population from Mexico. But then right below Mexico is Guatemala, then Hondurans, and then the El Salvadorians also been coming into this country. And you know the difference between those different people. You know the difference between a Mexican, a Guatemalan, or a Honduran.
Look at them,
Really?
They darker color, man. Yeah, you can see it. Look at them. You know the difference between a Venezuelan and a Mexican and Guatemala. Guatemalan almost, now they almost black. Look at a Guatemala. He's dark. I was cleaning some fish one day, one of them across the street working. I thought it was a black dude until he got up on me. Guatemala. He said from Guatemala. They dark. They way darker than the Mexican. Take a look. Try to compare pictures somewhere. But Guatemala and the people down there, they darker than Mexican. I can look at them and tell you.
Okay.
I know when I see a Mexican, though. I know when I see one of them.
Okay.
Ice and the pick it up.
Oh, my God. All right, Daryl. Bye. Bye, Daryl. Bye. Man, you hate for the Mexican. Man, my goodness. 205-942-8140. Marcelo Davison said this man is absolutely pitiful. All right, good morning, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. 205-942. Scott Douglas at BMT. Based on what you said, God don't want him and Satan can't use him. Wow. Hang on. We'll be right back.
The Gary Richardson Morning Show. The Gary Richardson Morning Show.
Hey, 2 things are true. Gas is high. The rent is high. But your grass does not have to be. That's why you need custom quick cuts. We understand your yard is one of a kind. So give us a call for a custom lawn care service that matches your budget. 205-897-7518. For your convenience, we also offer monthly billing. Just give us a call and we are there. It's Custom Quick Cuts. 205-897-7518.
Success starts in Birmingham City Schools. Teachers, preachers, professors, college presidents, CEOs, chefs, and welders, business owners too. They all get their start in Birmingham City Schools. BCS offers an engaging curriculum in all grades. Pre-kindergarten to prepare our children for the future. Award-winning academies and career technical programs. Middle schools focused on career paths, and early college for scholars who want to get ahead. Go to bmcityschools.org. Begin your road to success in BCS today.
Hey, Birmingham and surrounding areas. I'm Dr. Thomas Weaver, servant leader, senior pastor of the Star Church. This is a personal invitation for you to tune in to Sunday Vibes with Miss V, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the all-new 104.1 WJLD.
Weekday mornings just got better. Tune in to Mo Stovall, classic tracks, community stories, and soulful Birmingham flavor. Only on WJLD 104.1.
Come to Midfield Meats, where we offer nothing but the best for our customers. As a locally owned full-service butcher, we take pride in delivering top-notch customer service and are excited to serve you. Discover our meat bundles, Our products include chicken, sausage, beef, pork, seafood, fresh meat, fish, and the famous Pick 5, where you can feed 4 to 5 people for under $25. Mix or match meats, vegetables, appetizers, breakfast items, and blends to satisfy your family needs. Plan a whole day of meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We gladly accept EBT and all credit cards. Visit us at 1433 Woodward Road in Midfield. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 205-407-4222 and like us on Facebook. Midfield Meats, your one-stop shop.
Looking to live a more organic and healthy lifestyle? Look no further than Mama Africa Naturals. Our store specializes in providing natural and organic products for your beauty, body, and spirit. Say goodbye to harsh chemicals and hello to our 100% organic soaps, natural toothpaste, face creams, pain creams, shea and body butters, and more. We also offer a wide range of raw herbs, herbal remedies, and natural vitamin supplements to help you prioritize your health. And don't forget to bless your home and body with natural scents. Come in and smell our selection of natural oils, fragrance bowls, and diffusers. At Mama Africa Naturals, we prioritize wellness and environmental consciousness every day. Our products are all carefully chosen. Mama Africa Naturals is here to help inspire and support you on your journey to a healthier and happier you. Located in downtown Birmingham at 703 3rd Avenue North. Call us at 205-249-8637.
In the doghouse with your spouse or special friend, let Shut Up Floor Designs help you make it right with a beautiful arrangement or gift basket made with love. Every Monday, mention Doghouse Monday when placing your order and receive 15% off a designer choice arrangement. Whether it's I'm sorry, I love you, or please forgive me, we've got the perfect flowers or gift basket to help you get out the doghouse. Visit us at 4500 Katie's Way, Suite 645 in Bessemer, or call 205-436-2277 to place your order today. Stud Up Floral Designs, helping you stay out the doghouse, one arrangement at a time.
Gary Richardson Morning Show. Nobody talks like this.
Yeah, nobody. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. And of course, your phone call is welcome at 205-942-8140. Let's continue line 7. Hey, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Gary. How you doing? It's Carmichael.
Hey, Carmichael, what's up, man? What's up?
Hey, man, you ain't talked to me since December. You know,
it has been a while, you know, but how often do a Mustang talk to a bison anyway?
Hey, check this out, man. Let's talk about Mr. May.
Yes.
You know, Mr. May, he's in Atlanta, too.
Okay.
And I can give you some old Rickwood stories. I was at the back of Rickwood, and Mr. May called a scratch that was a ball. And you know, Cap Brown like to win crazy. He started kicking up dirt around. I started kicking dirt all around Mr. May. Well, they was best friends. They were best buddies. But, you know, they would beat each other in arms on the football field. And then one thing about Mia May, he taught all my wife's sisters, with 7 girls that went to Butler Elementary School.
Wow.
You know, Mia May didn't even know Mia May. He taught music too.
Did he?
Yes, he did. And also, he sung with the 6th Avenue Mail Chorus.
Yep.
He sung with them, and you know, he recruited your boy James Drake. Drake could sing a lick.
What?
He recruited James Drake to sing with him. And also, Mia May, I had my mother-in-law pass away and 2 sister-in-law pass away. Mia May, I call him Mel. He was always attending everybody that she just passed away. He never missed nobody. And I just love him, man. He was a friend of mine, and I've been knowing him since I was a little boy. He was slipping, I always hung out there. But this is Mia May remembers. And everything people said about him was totally true.
Wow.
Totally true.
Yep.
So I love you, man.
Hey, thank you. All right, Carmichael, appreciate it, bro. 205-942-8140. Sheila Tyson said that was the first person ever paddled her was W.J. May. 205-942. I guess you remember those paddling, don't you? 205-942. I had to wait till to get to 4th grade before I got a paddling. That was from the principal, Levi Satterfield, for fighting at the bus line in the 4th grade. Yeah, the bus driver took us into the office, and me and this guy, Arthur, and Mr. Satterfield, before he actually paddled us, he lectured us, and he made each one of us say, Gary, say, I love Arthur, and Arthur say, I love Gary. And I went back to the classroom and they told the guys what happened. Man, they wrote me all day long. Gary love Arthur, Arthur love Gary. You know, that type of thing. But anyway, I remember the first paddling. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Hey, you are on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Gary, good morning. It's Courtney P.
Hey, Courtney P. Yes, sir. Go right ahead. Loud and clear.
Hey, two things. I was listening to your show last week, and now with I thought you did a great job.
Yeah.
It seems like he has an interest in Forestdale. I heard you guys talk about the annex, which I thought was a great conversation.
Yeah.
You know, and he really talked about Forestdale like he had an interest. So I'm wondering if maybe he has something to open to try to annex Forestdale at some point.
Well, he also said that the folks in Forestdale would have to vote that.
Agreed.
Yeah, so they would have to vote on something like that. You know, that's any other city where annexation would take place. Well, I think another attractive area is North Smithfield Manor. It's not impoverished. It's not a poor place. I think it's right for the taking, but, you know, folks would have to want to come in. Yeah.
Right. Well, I just thought that was a good conversation. I know, you know, people paying attention, but the other part I did want to touch on. He did say something about the city council meeting. Somebody called in asking about the city council meetings about tonight.
Right.
And that was one of my big concerns.
Yeah.
And, you know, he said that it's out of his control. Now, you know, and I just try to call balls and strikes as I see him. Randall Woodfin, in my opinion, is probably one of the most powerful mayors we've had. He's pretty much advocated for, whether it was trying to get somebody in office, you know, one of his policies he's gotten. You know, I think if he was in favor of this, he would be the person to make it happen. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, at least, you know, that information is out there. And it comes, and, you know, Matt, he always talks about the insurance. Now, I would like to see maybe we can get 15 to 20% of what we pay on insurance a year if we don't get any wrecks or anything. I know insurance companies, they used to do that years ago. It seems like in the last 2 years, they cut back from it. But for no insurance, I've been a victim of being hit with someone with no insurance. But if I didn't have it, I would have been paying for a nice car. I had to get something else and been out of luck. So, you know, again, I think more people need to have insurance. If more people had insurance, the rates would drop. If you look around Birmingham, I think it's like 20 to 25% of people still don't have car insurance. In a city like Detroit, the number's like 40%. So their rates are super high. So, you know, again, not picking on that, but again, I mean, having car insurance, in my opinion, is very, very important because it does impact the people that do, you know, sacrifice and try to have insurance. Great show as always.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, the mayor also said that, hey, I'm an invited guest at council meeting. That's why it's called council meeting. Yeah, I'm an invited guest. So if you want the time changed, you got to go to the council. Go to the leadership. All right, 205-942-8140. Well, I think they need, if they can't do it every day, I need to make provisions to do the council meetings on in the evening time. We'll make it more accessible, make it likely that people who work every day and don't have the opportunity to take off work just to go to council meeting, which is scheduled in the daytime. Most people work in the daytime. That's why it can be problematic. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would love to see that change to the evening. 205-942-8140. The same as school board meetings. Never understood daytime council meeting. Then you got to have a special job, special relationship with your boss to let you off to go and attend council meeting. Then sometimes they last 2, 3, 4 hours. And how do you make up that work? It's easier in the evening time. It is. You don't have to go through all that. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. Hi there, you on the air. How you doing?
You're doing well, sir. Black man Trump again,
yes,
sir. Sir, I'll be brief. But, sir, when I began to listening to your great station, sir, the first thing I began to do, sir, is to spend money with your advertisers.
Okay.
And I'm talking about in the thousands, sir. I had some AC work I had to get done.
Thank you.
Sir, no problem, sir. He did a great job. And he can verify to you, I am who I am, the guy in the big house with the white girlfriend. Sir, you had this guy. He continued to advertise on your show for free, sir. He calls himself DJ Kudzu. Sir, Kudzu is an invasive weed that chokes the life out of other plants. He might not have... I'm serious, sir. He calls himself DJ Kudzu. It's crazy. It's Mississippi, sir. Only Mississippi. Sir, Senator Somerville will be the next governor, sir, and we're going to take care of that mayor, Secretary of City, and Irondale. Mr. Richard, we love you, and we miss you on the weekend.
All right, thank you. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson. You're talking about two very popular mayors, the mayor of Birmingham and Irondale. Very popular, extremely popular. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go. And, of course, your phone call is welcome. Hi there. You are on the air. How you doing?
Hold on, Gary. Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
How you doing this morning?
I'm great, thanks. How are you this morning?
Oh, man, I'm blessed by the best, man. I just want to tell my auntie lost a son yesterday. Charles' brother X.
Wow.
Yeah. I just want folks to shoot their prayers out to
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, just don't call up there and say I said something crazy about them now. Because folks will do that.
Yeah. We're playing a new Sir Charles song called She With Me Now. Now, you keep coming around her, bothering her, we can get gangster. We can settle this like men.
You said Clarence Bell's son had died?
Yeah, his youngest son. The miracle. He was not even 30 years old and looked like he died from natural causes. Yeah, they're having an autopsy performed on him now. So, yeah.
Man, that's shocking. My son be hanging together. We ain't said nothing about it. But that's all what he was trying to call me this morning.
Wow.
But good, man. Y'all keep my auntie and them up under y'all prayer, Brother Jones. All right, brother.
Hey, thank you. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. And, of course, your phone calls, your questions, your comment, your concerns. 205-942-8140. Let's go here to line one. Hey, you on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, man. Happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday to you too, Lee.
I want to say thanks to the Mayor Woodfin for his prompt attention to getting that Steps and Tradition building that's been burnt out on Warrior Road for years torn down. Wow. And I really appreciate the fact that he said when he was on the air with you that he didn't have any idea what the building was or what I was talking about. But I went by there this morning, and thank God they are tearing it down finally. And I just want to say thanks to the mayor, and hopefully he could come back.
You know, every time the mayor's on, and I get positive response from folks who call in while he's there, and they say, well, you know that problem I called in about? I said, well, he took care of it. I'm going like, okay. He
took care of it, and I hope he would come back regularly so we can get some of these other issues dealt with in our neighborhoods and communities.
Absolutely.
Because going to your neighborhood meetings, going to your city council, please get absolutely nothing done. But when the mayor comes on, he takes action and takes care of the
situation, and I just wanted to thank him personally for taking care of that blight and that eyesore that we have been facing for years over here in this neighborhood.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
thank you. If the man don't like me, I don't like asking the same questions twice. If I tell somebody, hey, you need to go and take this problem and take care of it, I expect it to get done. Real simple. Excuse me, did I mention that you need to take care of so? Well, I forgot. You didn't forget to pick up your paycheck, did you? All right. 205-942. Teresa Thomas and Mayor Woodfin responds to people. Kudos. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go with line 3. Hey, you on the air? How you doing?
Good morning, King.
Hey, good morning. Yes, go right ahead.
I called to respond to some of the callers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mayor Woodfin do what Mayor Woodfin can. Mayor Woodfin do what Mayor Woodfin can do.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I know Mayor Woodfin, but the things that a lot of us want, is beyond his perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
We like to talk to his benefactors.
Really?
The benefactors of really?
Yeah.
We like to talk to your benefactors and all black politician benefactors.
Oh, yeah? Who is that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the corporate community.
The corporate community?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really?
Yes, sir. I'm kidding.
Okay.
The people in Washington, D.C. kidding you.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor of New York City kidding you.
Right.
The mayor of Seattle, they're kidding you all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You see, George Washington. Oh, everybody talking. George Washington, and that dummy that called you, he's talking my age. I don't mind calling me that. Because you know what? Y'all game is to gaslight the masses.
Ain't nobody got no damn game. My game is to get all the damn nonsense and fools off the radio like yourself. Expose nonsense. You really cannot help it, can you? Really? And Linda F., I didn't bring it to him. He brought it to me. 205-942-8. And you folks, and you this, and you that, and you have all the damn answers. You know everything. You do. You're the one. Absolutely. I don't know why you never run for office. You got all the answers. You got all the problem-solving abilities right there within you, and you don't do anything to contribute to the community. But you have all the answers. Give me a break. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hey, you on the air. How you doing?
Good morning, Gary.
Oh, good morning, COU. How you doing? Yeah.
Miss Bill, you done it again. Ernest T. Bass done it again. Let me start off on a sad note this morning. Let us keep the West family in our prayers. The loss of Mr. Carl West. His celebration will be on July the 10th.
Wait a minute. Who?
10 o'clock. Carl West.
Carl West passed?
Musician, former musician, maestro.
Oh, no. Different one. Okay.
No, not Carl West. Carl West, musician.
Okay.
The celebration of life will be July the 10th at 10 a.m. at David Harris, home.
Okay.
Let us keep the May family in our prayers.
Sure.
Mr. Willie May, former school board member, passed away the other day. He's at Davenport and Harris too. Mr. Willie May, Jr. Keep that family in our prayers.
Absolutely.
But I want to say this year, all of these children, the parents are being taken away from them. It would be a good time now for somebody to open up a business for misplaced children and get the government to buy that grant and get that free money. The government will help you out with that business. Put those children in a big center, have a little school there for them to teach them. You can make some money. You'll become a millionaire in about 3 years. Keeping all them children. Everywhere in foster homes and stuff. Because a lot of these children get mistreated in these foster homes. Y'all grab that business up, make that money. I ain't able. If I can have a bad back, I would get involved. But I got a bad back. I can't deal with them children right now. Y'all be blessed now.
Hey, thank you, COU. 205-942-8140. The Gary Richardson Morning Show. Oh, let's not go there. Let's end that one. 205-942-8140. Line 5. Hi there, you are on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Billy. How are you?
I am great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to learn how to pick up now.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you're learning to count?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good. You know, it's amazing when you have a stroke and how many folks fight through and struggle through just the basic thing of learning how to use their hands or walking or even talking again. Wow. Yeah, I knew a lady, she said it took me a whole year to learn how to talk again.
Yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. You are. Yeah. And
It was free. I was good.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you sounded better, and just keep working at it, okay? Yeah, it sounded much better. All right, Thomas. Thomas Clark, TC, the Disco Dude. 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hey, you are on the air. How you doing? Hey.
Hey, Dr. Rich, how you doing this morning?
I am great, thanks. How are you?
Hey, I want to commend the mayor for coming in the other day, man. That was a great show. I really enjoyed that. You know, it's amazing how we as a people suffer from selective amnesia, you know? Hey, I'm a 60s baby. And there are two steps in front of that city hall down there. One going down, one going up. See, back in the day, you had to go downstairs. You couldn't go upstairs.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? But now we got a well-educated, smart, intelligent black man running the whole building down there. Y'all still complaining. You know, yeah, I've learned if you take a wheelbarrow, fill it up with gold, rare corn, and push it up to some people, they'll say you rolled it wrong. You rolled it wrong. Take it back. You can't win, man. Yeah. Let's get behind this young dude, man. You calling in somebody's grass cutting and that wasn't your job when you was mayor of Midfield talking about somebody's grass. What's wrong with people, bro?
Yep.
Come on, man. Let's wake up. Let's get behind the young guy, man.
Hey, thank you. All right, 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. And, of course, your phone call is welcome, 205-942. You know, before Jay Roberson left office, Jay got an ordinance passed about parking on your grass, your lawn, right? Someone called in last week, asked about that. I think it's nasty. I really do. It's ugly. It's not a clean fit for a neighborhood. Folks parking on the grass. Yep, I never could get an ordinance passed in Midfield on that one. No. You don't want to mess with that one. No. These lots are too small, and people got to park somewhere, and they're parking on the lawn. I'd say you're going to park on the lawn, take that lawn and make a parking area out of it. Put some pavement down on asphalt, right? Instead of parking on the grass. It's just ugly when that happens, really. Whether you agree or disagree, we want to hear from you. 205-942-8140. Found out this weekend from a casual conversation I was having with Jimmy Coleman over in North Birmingham. And I was leaving his house with the ribs, and I said, hey, man, you're doing your gardening. He started telling me the history of gardening in North Birmingham. He said in North Birmingham, you have to have a raised flower bed because of the EPA and the pollution level in North Birmingham. I said, I'm unaware of that. He said, oh, yeah. And you got to, I didn't know, unaware that you have to have a permit to garden. Did y'all know that? A permit to garden. Tell me about that one. 205-9, do they really enforce that like they enforce folks parking on the lawns and grass? I don't think it get enforced that often. 205-942-8140. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show. And, of course, your phone call is welcome. Hey, you're on the air. How you doing?
And I am not an advocate on behalf of the Kennedy. I want more money for research and
disabilities. We need more money for rehabilitation. These are some of the things that I focus on, and I'm an advocate for this. I don't tolerate cuts. No more cuts. We want funding for that's right, Gary. We want funding for this. You hear the testimonies all over America. These are some of the things that I talk about. I don't talk about the 4th of July. I talk about uplifting the community and wellness. About it. Working, abolishing diabetes, trying to help all across the board, Gary. We don't talk about it enough, do we? And definitely we don't have the views of Kennedy. We don't have those views. And we're not standing with them. We're standing on wellness. To be whole is the goal, Gary. Have you heard that before?
To be whole, you need the gold. That's what you just said.
To be whole is the goal.
Oh, really? Okay.
And that's right, Gary.
Okay.
That's real. And you did it. What about that recreation center you had when you were mayor?
They still have it. Yeah.
That was the emphasis you were placing there.
Okay.
Gary, this is no time to be joking. This is no time to be boogieing down, turning up, and celebrating the 4th of July. We're at war.
All right. We're at war. Thank you. North Birmingham, Mr. Jimmy Coleman don't know what he's talking about, Gary. Yes, he does. And he talked about you too, bro. 205-942-8140. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show. How you doing? Kimberly Sharp is in Mid Lowry. Don't play it in Fultonville. They will fine you over here for parking on your grass. Our homeowner association will fine you as well. Well, it's not a pretty look. It's not. People argue about that. That is a nasty look. Might well go back to the damn country. Get rid of your lawn. I don't know why you call a lawn. You're going to park on it because it's going to eventually turn into dirt anyway. It's an ugly look. All right. It doesn't cost much to pour some concrete down with some asphalt. Even gravel. Turn it into a gravel type bed. But it looks bad when you're parking on the lawn. It really does. 205-942-8140. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hey, you are on the air. How you doing?
Hello, Gary. Hello to the listening audience.
Sure.
I hope you had a great 4th of July. I really am enjoying the show quite a lot.
Thank you.
And I wanted to say about these fireworks, if there's one thing we don't need is more fireworks and air pollution. And every time I see some of those things, I was breathing it. I could tell it, it was bothering me. And as soon as I started hot, I thought, a great decision staying home and not contributing to all this overheating that we're having. In terms of the data centers, why do we have to keep building so many new things when it seems like a lot of these buildings, I'm told, are not occupied? Like Regions Bank building over there on Oxmoor that they tore down. How long was that there? Not very long, probably. So I think just building things for no reason, you really shouldn't do that. And so, anyways, as far as parking spots and paving things, I think you've got a point, but also I think in an age of mile wide parking lots, why allow even more multiple lanes of hot engine blocks, toxic automobile exhaust?
Right.
Have a great day.
Hey, thank you. Well, I do know one thing. The fireworks certainly contributed to air pollution in our area. There are a lot of fireworks going on. And I told you, my wife and my son, we went and saw thunder on the mountain over a friend of ours' house, Bob Friedman's house on the south side. Had a great bird's eye view of the fireworks. But in leaving, man, it was like fog in the air. There was so much smoke all over the place. Fireworks and smoke. And so whoever in the fireworks business certainly made that money this weekend. 205-942-8140. Right, Pam? Pam Palmer, the former mayor of Adamsville, is the owner of Crazy Bill Fireworks. All right. Hey, good friend, good person. Hey, you're on the air. How you doing?
Hey, well, let me tell you about the power of God right quick. Last Tuesday, I listened at the news. They said don't go out in that hot sun. I went out in the hot sun. I have a scooter. I was on my scooter.
Mm-hmm.
I had a heart attack.
What?
And yes, I had a heart attack. And I was passed out on my scooter. But guess who came to my rescue? And I didn't even know it. It was an off-duty paramedic and his father. They took me. They saved my life. They were white. They saved my life, yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you. And I thank God every day. I thank God for you. You had a medical emergency.
Yeah.
That was God, yeah. That wasn't you. Don't ever think it was you.
No.
It was God.
Hey, you know what, brother? I tell folks all the time, they say, well, how were you feeling? I said, nothing. I didn't have a scare. I did not have a heart attack. I changed doctors, okay? And the doctor that I went to said, I need to establish a base of your health, a baseline for your health. How's your family history on cardiology and heart disease? I said, well, my mom died from it. My dad died from it. I had a brother who's 2 years younger than me, had open heart surgery. She said, no, Mr. Richardson, given that history, well, I'm going to send you to a cardiologist to have you checked out. And I did. And, man, within 2 weeks, I was having surgery. The cardiologist said, man, you got 4 blocked arteries. I don't know how you walk around. Yeah, really. That's God.
My mistake,
yes.
Gary, that was God.
Yes.
That was not my mistake.
Yep.
But you got the second opinion. That was not my mistake.
Yep.
God saved my life.
Amen.
I know.
You're attributing to the right one, bro. Yes, you are. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise God.
Hey, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Hey, bro, it was 1 year ago this month I had surgery. Yeah, quadruple bypass surgery. Well, never got sick, never had a heart attack. It was nothing but God. Say, man, you got to get this checked. And a wife that was very persistent. She said, Gary, did you make your appointment? Gary, did you make your appointment? She was on me. And anyway, after he had gone in and made the test and everything, he showed her the results. And she made it, you need to have surgery. All right, so we went about finding a good surgeon. All right, 205-942-8140, the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Let's go, boom. And as God had it, I had surgery at the start of a political campaign. I couldn't get out there and campaign. Really? Seriously. I lost the election, but I didn't lose my life, which is more important. Thank you. 205-942-8140. It's the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Hang on. We'll be right back with more. Yes, more of the Gary Richardson Morning Show on the way. Let's go. Hey.
We're ready to let the fireworks begin. Let's blast off this week with freshness and quality at Piggly Wiggly. Our hand-cut meats and farm-fresh produce are unbeatable. This week, don't miss out on our fantastic specials. Fresh Boston butt pork roast in a 2-pack for $1.99 a pound. Piggly Wiggly famous pork spare ribs at $1.99 a pound. Also, fresh ground beef, the family pack for $4.99 a pound. Fresh corn in the husk, you get 4 for $2. Also, try our Coca-Cola and related products. We have 12 packs of 12-ounce cans, and you get 2 for just $11. These exclusive deals are available from July 1st through July 7th, so head to your nearest Piggly Wiggly today. Maximize your savings by downloading our free app, the Piggly Ham, from your app store, and enjoy access to special coupons, free items each week, and earn reward dollars to spend in store. Have a happy and safe 4th of July. See you soon at Piggly Wiggly. Birmingham Park and Recreation Kids Summer Camp, Session 2, July 6th to July 24th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. $150 for camp and $50 for before and after camp. Registration fee is $50. Centers for summer camp are Central Park, Ainsley, East Pinson Valley, Fountain Heights, Don Hawkins, Inglenook, Martin Luther King, McAlpine, Memorial, North Birmingham, and Roosevelt. For more information, call 205-254-2391.
Injured in a car accident that was not your fault? Or maybe you need help in planning your estate and need a will. No case is ever too small for Richardson Law. For help with your legal needs, contact attorney Gary Richardson Jr. at 205-903-7314. That's 205-903-7314. Richardson Law, a law firm of service, integrity, and commitment.
I'm attorney Gary Richardson Jr. Give me a call and let me be your attorney.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hey, I'm headed to Top That Grill. I heard about the rib slabs and rib tip special starting at $8.99. Can you top that?
I can top that. How about the whiting fish, wings, fries, or okra, and drink for $9.99? Can you top that?
Oh, I can top that. How about the all-new 10-piece Caribbean jerk wings for $8.99? Can you top that?
Man, I can top that. Have you heard about their 2 small famous chef salads for $20? Can you top that?
I sure can. What about the 2 barbecue pork sandwiches with crispy french fries and a drink for just $9.99? Nobody can top that.
It's Top That Grill, located at 1371 Bessemer Road, Birmingham. To place a call-in order, dial 205-923-2422. That's 205-923-2422.
Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. And there's something special for the weekend early bird. Saturdays and Sundays between 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. receive $2 off our famous Top That Grill steam table.
It's Top That Grill. That taste.
Nobody knows everything, but here's what we do know. You've invested in your business. Now it's time to invest in getting noticed. Thousands of listeners tune into 104.1 FM WJLD every week, and your business could be the next thing they hear. Restaurants, retail stores, churches, professional services, community events. If you have something to sell, promote, or celebrate, we have an audience waiting to hear about it. Call 205-942-1776 or email us at sales@WJLDradio.com today and ask about advertising opportunities. It's 104.1 FM WJLD, connecting Birmingham businesses with Birmingham listeners.
It's Miller Time. Miller Time Production presents the annual celebration of the Miller Singers, July 12th at the Midfield Recreation Center, 410 Grant Street in Midfield. Doors open at 2 p.m. Service starts at 4 p.m. with featured guests Big Kirk Thomas and the Holy Wonders, the Johnson Brothers, the Fountain City Spiritual Heirs, Pastor Alfonso D. Brown, Evidence, the Echo Heirs, Minister Vicki Davis and the Anointed Angels, and Pastor DeMario Brown and Connected. Advance tickets $25. At the door, $30. Children ages 6 to 12, $12. The annual celebration of the Miller Singers, July 12th at the Midfield Recreation Center, 410 Grant Street in Midfield. Doors open at 2 p.m. For more information and ticket info, contact Annette at 205-600-0915 or Val at 205-260-1266.
Gary Richardson Morning Show. Nobody talks like this. Hey, folks, that's gonna do it for this morning's edition of the Gary Richardson Morning Show. Catch me this afternoon from 4 to 6, the afternoon version. This is WJLD Fairfield, Birmingham, WIXI Jasper. All the service of the Richardson Broadcasting Corporation. Good morning.
I want to win.
AP News, I'm Marcela Sanchez. The Belgian Soccer Federation wants an explanation from FIFA about the decision to let U.S. forward Folarin Balogun play at the World Cup despite getting a red card in his previous game. The penalty was lifted after President Trump asked FIFA's president to have it reviewed. Belgium will take on the U.S. later today for a spot in the quarterfinals. A week-long preliminary hearing for the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk will begin later this morning. Prosecutors will aim to show that they have enough evidence against Tyler Robinson to proceed to a trial. The 23-year-old is charged with aggravated murder in the September 10th assassination of Kirk on the Utah Valley University campus. Kirk's parents and his widow, Erica Kirk, will attend the hearing. In Iran, mourners flooded the capital for a procession as